female drivers in any circuit is very low. But I'm even thinking to myself, you never see Jennifer Jo Cobb try to like push her way.
You gotta elbow your way up.
I never even saw, what was her name, Roger? Natalie
Decker?
Yeah.
Yes.
And even, Maddie Mulligan. I mean, and I've seen Macy maybe do it 1 or 2 times, but even then, and wasn't there one other girl named Natalie? Remember they fussed at her for doing yoga and told her if she was going to do her yoga, she needed to do it in the hauler because it was distracting to the guys. What was her? I want to say.
Who was that? Wasn't Sadler, was it? No. Natalie Sadler.
Oh,
pretty gal, long dark hair.
Natalie Sadler.
That's what it was. Yeah.
She was doing a 3-wide program for a while. I don't know if she still is or not.
But she was working for Junior doing PR.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She was dating Cody Dara. She dated him. Yeah, and she's a pretty good race car driver.
Yeah.
She's not bad, actually.
She gave Greg a run for his money.
Yeah, she's not bad, actually.
Yeah.
She was running some of Peyton Sellers' equipment.
Right.
Right. And even Annabeth Barnes, she's right sassy, but she's not. She might be one talking about bringing some drama. Annabeth Barnes Crum, she got married to Jake Crum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, that's funny. That's.
No, you got it. You're totally in there.
Cool.
You got it, baby.
So this was under, and then I just flub it.
No, it's okay.
So this was the underlying question Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer. Was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? And that very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by someone who's who in the racing community. I said that wrong. So yeah.
It's all right.
You think actors and actresses get it right the first time?
No, she's just
not
not
even.
So, and we're gonna. And once you get ready to go, we're just gonna be quiet and let you do it. And one thing you can do too, you can actually slow down. Just slow down.
Okay.
Just get your.
I'm too excited. I'm too excited.
That's okay, because you're just getting started. I have to do that when I do TV. I have to remind myself, just like, okay, I gotta slow down. Even though, because you get to talking fast, because you want to say your thing.
Yeah.
And just slow. You have to go slow, but just when you read it, because you're doing great.
Thank you.
Your inflections and stuff. But what you're doing now, you're going past a word. Just remember the word.
Yeah.
That word's in there. But you got to read through it first to see.
Gotcha.
Do it. So. What?
Other chair.
Your Roger will be over there.
Oh, you want this one?
No, he's good.
Okay.
You own your space over there, y'all. That is your space, baby.
I'm here for more.
So anyway,
Mystical World.
just
Okay.
you read through the whole thing, and then we'll go back and read through it again.
Okay.
Read through do the colors. Read through one, and just stop. Because what we're going to do, we'll have you read that first part, and then we'll think about it. Then we'll let you read the second part, and we'll think about it.
Okay.
Then we'll do, we'll just finish that way. That way you ain't got to read it all the way through.
Sure.
That way you can what you've already read and just flush it out of your head, and then move on to the next stuff.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
It's like a Windows document.
There we go.
Right.
Cut and paste.
Cut and paste.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna start on just do this blue for right now.
Just
Okay.
do the blue.
As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst on the scene with one of the world's most historic. Oh, I'm gonna do it all over again because I done messed it up.
Don't worry.
As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst on the scene with. Now I'm messing up all the time.
It's okay.
Does it bother me sitting?
No, not at all. I was just trying to. Okay. As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. It was groundbreaking. This high-profile media moment created a mighty firestorm of heated debate and revelations throughout the international media that profoundly continues onward today. Even renowned journalist Barbara Walters was intrigued and impressed and soon came calling. Of course, the nagging questions persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters. Outside motorsports scattered along the way some even calling her racing career laughable, but no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand. So this was the underlying question Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer. Was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? And that very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by some who's who in the racing community. Oh, sorry. That was bad.
No, it's great. Right here on
What
this,
part was bad?
right here at the very end, some of the who's who. Where is that?
Where in
It's
the
on the next
world
page,
did
I
that?
think.
Okay. Yep. Some who's
I need
who.
to put in there some of the. I missed that. Some of the who's who. You got it?
Some
Got
of
it.
See, how
the
should it be bad when
who's
the writers
who.
have been screwing
I
it
know.
up?
I know. Look, this is first draft on.
Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Watch it.
So
All right.
funny.
Cool.
Okay.
Stuff you in a burrito.
Yeah.
Do that one. Do it again.
Yeah.
Doing that one in?
Just do it till you
Okay.
get ready, and then we'll record.
So you have, when you're doing this, you're gonna feel what you're gonna feel as far as what needs to be brought out,
Mm-hmm.
be subtle, be impressed by. That's what you're gonna be going through, trying to figure out what's gonna sound best to you and what we're
And I
gonna.
think that's where I caught myself because I was trying to stay in like
you
the
make it your own.
bold.
You make it your own.
You don't have to make it
Okay.
full bore 110%.
Right.
Okay.
Because you want to have, because at that point then, if you're saying hyped up the whole time,
Mm-hmm.
you're actually doing basically like monotone, but up high.
Oh,
You want to be able
okay.
to say, let me give you a
Yeah.
You know, as an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. And see how
So
that
I'm
was
not just like, yeah.
that's
Okay.
hopping back and forth.
Yeah, just make it your own. But Roger's, you got it. So. yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to put too much pressure on you.
Oh, no, no.
So,
You're fine. As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. It was groundbreaking. This high-profile media moment created a mighty firestorm of heated debate and revelations throughout the international media that profoundly continues onward today. Even renowned journalist Barbara Walters was intrigued and impressed and soon came calling. Of course, the nagging questions persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters. Outside motorsports scattered along the way, some, and I think outside
say it like you want it. Just-
okay, so outside motorsports is not like a team. All right, it's
No.
outside
Outs-
motorsports.
Outside of motorsports.
That's
Probably
what I
the ob in
was.
there.
That's why I was messing because you know how
Yeah.
like I thought outside motorsports was like the name of the of a team.
Outside of motorsports.
Outside. There we go. Beep beep. Okay, got it. Okay.
Got it.
Of course, the nagging questions persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters. Outside of motorsports, scattered along the way, some even calling her racing career laughable. But no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew about her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand.
Right.
Gotcha. Not, but...
And we can do there with that, we can you can read this first part right here.
Okay.
And you just take a break.
Stop.
Stop.
Okay.
Then you can come in and read the second part, and it gives you time to get your breath.
Okay.
In other words, where it breaks off, it was groundbreaking, and then you
It
can.
was groundbreaking.
And then we can just pause,
Okay, I'll
take a
do that.
breath, because we'll tie it in, and then you'll start back over this high profile, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
Then soon came, so you can just break it off there, and it finishes up, and then then the other part is like, so, it's on the next page. So we can just break it up into these little 5 sections here,
Okay.
right?
All right. So do that.
And that'll be the
breathe
first part, and then
okay.
the next part will be, yeah. That's
Okay,
what we do.
awesome.
That's what they do in LA when they're doing reads. They just like break it up because it's hard to keep a focus when you're trying to do voice inflection and do, pronounce words and all that kind of stuff, you can kind of get lost in it.
It's right. It's so funny because you think you're not gonna, and then you do.
You get lost in the moment. And Roger's good at editing too. He can pick up where something needs something.
Okay.
And
When you go through there, because it sounds like you go, there were doubters outside of motorsports scattered along the way. There were doubters outside of motorsports scattered along the way. So when you throw that in there, it gives it a whole new swing.
right.
Okay.
So what we'll do, just like I say, like the little short paragraphs there. We'll read the first one. You take a breath. We'll talk, and we'll hear it. Then you can read the second one. Because
Okay.
Roger, we'll just keep it going.
And paste it. Okay. Yep.
We'll keep it going. So
Okay.
cool.
Awesome. As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene as an iconic racer, model, and talented artist. Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. It was groundbreaking.
Cool.
Perfect.
Even with the Snickers.
That's right.
This high-profile media moment created a mighty firestorm of heated debate and revelations throughout the international media that profoundly continues onward today. Even renowned journalist Barbara Walters was intrigued and impressed and soon came calling. Of course, the nagging questions persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters outside. There were doubters outside. Oh my goodness, God! There were doubters outside of motorsports, scattered along the way. Some even calling her racing career laughable. But no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand.
I was thinking right here when you read that. Where's the outside?
For some reason, I
Reverse
just
it.
keep okay.
Reverse it. Where is it?
There were doubters.
Yeah, there were.
I think the thing
Maybe
was
we
still
go
there.
outside of motorsports. There were doubters instead of
Ah.
there were doubters. Maybe it's outside of motorsports. There were doubters scattered along the way.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
That reads better, doesn't it?
Okay.
I think because it's highlighted and
Yeah.
underlined and
Right.
Okay.
bolded.
So just reverse that
I'm
line.
gonna make
right
that
there.
one, and
Yeah.
then okay. Outside of motorsports, there were doubters scattered along. Okay. Of course, the nagging question persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? Outside of motorsports, there were doubters scattered along the way, some even calling her racing career laughable. But no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew about her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand.
Perfect.
So, this was the underlying question. Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer. Was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? And that very question was profoundly answered on the 2020 profile by some of the who's who in racing community. Some of the who's who in the racing community.
Should be in the racing community.
Did I
or-
say
or
it?
some of the who's who of the racing community. How would it read, Raj?
Hang on, I'm looking at the first one.
Yeah.
So this was the underlying question. So the underlying question Miss Walters and the 20 team were trying to answer was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great race driver?
Okay.
And that very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by some of the who's who in the racing community. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So just strike. This was.
By the way, you know this is how scripts get done on set.
That's
This
crazy.
is how they do it. They run through it, and they'll read it, and the actor will say, I cannot read that way.
Thank you.
And then it's like- and the writer will say, but you have to read it that way. And then next thing you know, it's like, well, okay, just say it like you want to say it.
That's crazy. That how they all sit. Yeah, and they
sit around
just
and do it.
wow.
Even if they've done 10 read-throughs, they'll do it, and then when they get on set to film it, it'll be like,
And even when they go to film it, it'll get something will get changed. It'll
Right.
be an ad lib,
Right.
something.
and the director will say, just do it.
Right, like just
keep going.
By that
yeah.
time, the actors already have it in their head. They know where they're headed, right?
That's
How it
so
works,
funny.
you know,
Oh my
it's
word.
crazy.
And sometimes it's based upon how the feeling of the moment is
Sure.
in the middle of the script.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Because when you're monotonely reading it, and then when you actually start putting feeling into it, then that's when they start saying, maybe let's change this a
Let's
little
change
bit.
that.
I
Yeah.
mean, just like here with
You gotta hear it.
reading through this, the feeling changes, and then what you're
Yeah.
wanting to make it mean.
Like right.
Cool.
Huh.
All right.
So-
You got it.
Okay. So, the underlying question Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer, was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? Was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great race driver? And that very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by some of the who's who in the racing community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to record that, Roger?
Okay.
Okay.
What we'll do that, because what we'll do.
Okay, all the
We'll do it
blue.
like this till we get that like we want it, then we'll move on to the next one.
Okay.
And by the time you get over here to this one, this was a lot shorter. When you get over to this one, you'll have it. You'll have it. Because you're doing great.
I mean, and you know, it's, I hate to sound it so silly, but you're right. I can't imagine, like, you know, I mean, scripts, and it's crazy.
They have to
Wow.
learn, they get their lines for the day,
Mhm.
and let me tell you, they don't even learn them until because they get overwhelmed with it.
Wow, I
Just
bet.
because in your head, and you can't remember, you get the other line in your head and you can't get to the next line, right? You
Right.
gotta flush it out, so.
Wow.
All right. Okay. I forget. I'm just, what? This weather's got me freaking crazy.
I know that's right. Oh, do I have to use,
All right, Roger, y'all are in charge of yourself.
do I sing the,
And look,
just kidding.
we'll read it over till you get it.
Okay.
Roger, just start recording, so.
I ain't started recording yet.
Well, when he does.
Is there a light? Do I need to look? Oh my God, am I going to see myself?
No.
Oh, okay, thank God.
You can right there like that, but it's not.
What you'll see is the actual sound recorder program getting ready to do its thing. It's nothing.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
You don't want to film that and put it on YouTube?
Right.
He does that. You gotta watch him.
I
That'd
do
be
that.
funny.
All right, so what the hell?
Even
is that?
Matt was supposed to name him the other day. Stop it, Roger.
But you know, on that note too, I think it would be fun. You're not recording. Okay. It would be fun, like, to do a segment of the show.
Sure.
That's all either drivers' wives, drivers' girlfriends on Let's Talk
Exactly.
Racing.
Right.
You know, girls. Let me
Girls.
tell you what it's like when he's at the shop all night.
Now hold on.
Not to be like the little
Did
woman at home,
Did
but
I not say something to you 2 years
was it
ago
that
about
the kind of because me and
I
Minnie,
said I wanted to get
I know.
you,
I know.
get some of the other drivers' wives together. And
me and Mindy will do it.
Absolutely.
It would be funny, and it would be funny.
Oh, I already know that. It's gonna be hilarious.
I love it. I know.
To tell, yeah, like here's what you need to know if you're going to be a driver's significant other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do you remember I don't know if you were there that night. Do you remember the night I went over top Mike Connors in the air on the front stretch? Landed on top of him.
I think so.
Faith left. She said this was not going to be a good night, and she left and didn't watch me race that night.
Ah.
When I
Yep.
when I got up with her later on, she said, I knew something bad was going to happen. I left.
Oh my God. I can hear her saying it too. She's a hoot.
Oh,
That
jeez.
is funny.
She loved you, Roger.
John Hicks's wife, Brenda Hicks, you remember her?
Yes.
She used to have to wear Depends
Oh no! Wow.
during the races.
All right.
Crazy.
All right. Focus.
I'm going to get killed for that one because
Yeah.
I have been recording that.
All right.
All right, you notice
I'm
the
not
little
gonna
thing
stare
up
at you.
here?
I'm gonna look the other way.
All right.
As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. It was groundbreaking. This high-profile media moment created a mighty firestorm of heated debate and revelations throughout the international media that profoundly continues onward today. Even renowned journalist Barbara Walters was intrigued and impressed, and soon came calling. But of course, the nagging question persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America, or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters outside of motorsports scattered along the way, some even calling her racing career laughable, but no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew about her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand. So, the underlying question Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer: was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? And the very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by some of the who's who in the racing community. Are you sure that was okay?
Yes.
Because I thought I started to catch myself a couple times.
No, you're great.
Okay.
What do you think, Raj?
Sounded pretty good. Let's see here. Where do I want to throw this?
And look, we can do a lot of cool stuff
Okay.
with it here.
I think there was like twice I started to catch
No,
myself.
it's all right. You're doing good. You're doing great. Because we can manipulate a lot of stuff. And the other stuff that you read that Georgia have,
Okay.
it'll be unfreaking believable when he gets done with it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly. And any flaw, just fix it. No big deal.
Okay, perfect.
In fact,
Because
you
at
can,
one
like,
point,
where you're like, if you go fast, we can speed it up.
Oh,
slow it
okay,
down.
good.
There's little things we can do. So, yeah.
because
It's
at
gotta be perfect.
one part I thought I did that, and then I took a breath, and then I was like, oh crap. Okay.
No, we can tighten and slow and move and all that kind of stuff.
Am I looking for the little thing again? Okay.
No.
We're on pause right now, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who quickly. I'm probably right. You don't need the extra sound effects. Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsport promoter. That should have an S on it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry actually had top-tier talent. And his answer was direct and profound, especially considering quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter. I did do that right. Ashley, get it together.
You're fine.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry actually had top-tier talent. And his answer was direct and profound, especially considering that at the time, Mr. Tillman was not such a big fan of Terry. So his response carries even more weight and validation. I feel like I got too high and too fast. I need to...
You read it over as many times, and when you get ready to go, we'll film, because, we'll record.
Okay. I'm going to run through it one more time.
Yeah,
Okay.
just do. You can maybe even slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you want to relax for a second and listen to what your first section sounded like?
Okay, yeah, let me hear me.
As an iconic racer, model, and talented artist, Terry O'Connell burst onto the scene with one of the world's most historic, dynamic, and compelling life stories in generations. It was groundbreaking. This high-profile media moment created a mighty firestorm of heated debate and revelations throughout the international media that profoundly continues onward today. Even renowned journalist Barbara Walters was intrigued and impressed, and soon came calling. But of course, the nagging question persisted. Was Terry O'Connell really one of the best racers in America? Or was it just overblown hype generated by Terry and her PR team? There were doubters outside of motorsports scattered along the way, some even calling her racing career laughable, but no one from the racing community was doubting. They knew about her world-class talent. They had seen it firsthand. So, the underlying question Miss Walters and the 2020 team were trying to answer: was Terry O'Connell really a good, even great driver? And the very question was profoundly answered on this 2020 profile by some of the who's who in the racing community.
I like it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, you're happy
You
with
like
it? I did. There's
There-
kind of
there
like
will
you
be-
said,
there
they'll go
will be
in.
one spot I will edit.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah.
I think I caught that.
We
You
can,
got the gap when you switch between
yeah,
pages.
we can just pull that right in there.
Okay.
It's no big deal. And I like it because it feels natural and it feels like, it doesn't feel like we went and tried to overdo it,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I agree.
That's cool. And by the way, this is just gonna be a piece we put up and it'll be a lead,
Yeah.
right,
Awesome.
cool.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the
over.
drama by
Start over.
start over.
Let her read, let
Oh,
her
you
read
still
that. Let her
practicing?
practice.
Oh.
Yeah, let her practice. Yeah, I gotta go to the restroom.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very. Why is this one getting me tricky?
Getting you tricky?
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry actually had top-tier talent. And his answer was direct and profound, especially considering that at the time, Mr. Tillman was not a big fan of Terry, so his response carries even more weight and validation. By holding this paper up, am I like blocking my voice from you? Like, should I not, like, is it blocking my pitch? Like, should I just try to put
Two
it?
different microphones feeding here.
Oh, no.
Some people's kids.
Right? Okay. Quickly, the producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry actually had top-tier talent. And his answer was direct and profound, especially considering that at the time, Mr. Tillman was not such a big fan of Terry. So his response carries even more weight and validation. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need to slow it down.
Me, ma.
That's what. Yeah. So
I
funny.
know it. Cool.
Awesome.
So what do you think? You think you're ready to do the DIY one?
Sure. Let's roll through this one.
Let's roll it, baby. I know it. We do that all the freaking time. It's crazy.
Let me see who the hell's message this. All right, you see where I've got start recording when it goes from red to green.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry.
All right, Roger, you got to turn it off. Put it up.
I was just getting ready to make you
I
come
know.
quiet.
You need to put it up.
Hold on a
You
second.
make Matt put his up. We're making you put yours up.
Okay, good.
Quickly, the 2020 producers started the drama by asking respected motorsports promoter Shan Tillman, who has seen the very best drivers in motorsports drive and compete, if Terry actually had top-tier talent. And his answer was direct and profound, especially considering that at the time, Mr. Tillman was not such a big fan of Terry, so his response carries even more weight and validation.
Perfect.
Whew.
Perfect.
Excuse
Oh
me.
yeah, he was
Whew.
mad as hell at me.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Was he?
was.
Huh.
Well, he wasn't. He was irritated at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loved me, so.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Do you know my story?
No, because I was going to say I'm going home and Googling you. I feel
Oh, my
embarrassed
God. Be
that I
careful.
don't.
Be careful. I was born with both male and female biology.
Oh,
And
wow.
then I lived the first 29 years of my life as a boy.
Really?
And, restarted my life, went away, started my life. And
That's
and then when I
awesome.
restarted and of course I did all that racing stuff. I drove for Mr. Dunlevy. I did everything. And Lake Speed was my friend.
Awesome.
So, but anyway, when I restarted my life, I restarted it over back in Charlotte in total anonymity.
Wow.
And, started the first apparel company for female fans. I was hanging out with Bruton and Humpy. Humpy would have lunch with me every friggin' day at the Speedway Club. Dated NASCAR team owners. On and on and on. Right.
You've written a book, right?
Yeah, I got a book.
Oh!
I sent you the book.
Yes!
And so anyway, long story short,
how
a lot of stuff went down. I was sexually assaulted and raped by one of Bruton's main guys.
Oh my
And,
God.
and just I got caught up in the thing. One of my business partner in the company, who was a United States congressman who was running for governor of North Carolina, Republican, who didn't know anything about me other than I was Lake's friend, stole the company from me. I had a licensing agreement with the Racing Wives Auxiliary. I was in the loop, and I was restarting my life, everything going good. So anyway, all this stuff kind of happened, well, anyway, long story short, I shared my life story with a couple of gay guys.
I love gay men.
Me too.
Just saying.
And I was looking for a place to. I was moving around. I needed another place to live because my landlord was trying to sleep with me.
Ugh.
And I woke up with him in the bed with me one morning. I was really on top of his house.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I was like, damn it. So I drove from Concord over to Charlotte, and I went to the coffee shop, and the whole time I was thinking, I need to be living with a couple of gay guys so I can just not have to, what's it like?
Right. You don't even have, right.
Right. So anyway, so I found, room for rent, and it was actually about a mile from the Speedway, which was perfect for me because I did business with them all the time.
Uh-huh.
And they rented me the upper part of their new house in a little subdivision. So one night, drinking wine, I just shared my story with them. They didn't know who I was. They were like, oh my God, well, those little sons of bitches outed me in Charlotte.
Oh my God.
Before I had my personal phone turned on at the house, I was doing artwork for a lot of the race teams and doing the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I did all the artwork, for not the racing artwork, but I did stuff for the Speedway.
Yeah.
Right? And people would call up, people from the Speedway or a race team would call over there, in the meantime and ask for me, and they were out me to these people on the phone.
So unnecessary and so hurtful, and what a dick move.
It was that whole
Sorry,
time.
but
it was stupid, especially because they didn't want to be outed, right?
Right.
Right. They were living in a very conservative, good old boy neighborhood, So anyway, and I didn't know they were doing this. And I was at Charlotte Motor Speedway at lunch one day, late lunch, and Chocolate Myers' wife, Karen, I was at their house. They were my best friends. I hung out with them all the time. And Karen was having lunch with a guy who ran Bruton Smith's charity. And they were the only two in the Speedway Club having lunch. And I was just standing up there, and I was having a meeting with the girl who ran it. And Karen looked at me, she said, she wanted me to stay right there, right? So, okay. So after her meeting, she came over and we went over and sat down, and she asked me about my life. Just because she called over to the house, and these two gay guys outed me to her. She didn't know. I had not shared. Lake Speed and Daryl Waltrip and the Parsons, they knew my story.
Yeah.
They basically kept me alive. But nobody else knew it. They kept it tight. Nobody knew it tight. And so when she heard it, she was but that time it was starting to get out. And I noticed things were a little different, when people, because they didn't know to believe it or not, because how would you believe it, right? I mean, it was dating, and Bruton Smith was trying to get in my pants off.
I bet.
So, so I had all those stories, and so those two guys outed me, and I had a boyfriend, and we realized that the media had it, right? They had the story. Karen said the media has the story. They're really researching, they're trying to figure it out. So as time went on, we realized that, we better get ahead of this, because if we don't, the tabloids are going to get it, and I'm not going to be able to explain myself. So that's what we did. And then we went public with a story in the newspaper, and then all hell broke loose. Shit hit the fan. I'm just letting you know.
Right. And I mean,
Yeah,
what?
this was in 1998, so this, this was not now. This was 20 years ago.
Right.
Shit, I'm telling you.
And I mean, it'd been like, I mean, what's the difference if you're born with an extra foot?
Right. And,
I mean,
right.
well, I mean,
Right, and Lake Speed, and honestly, Lake, and Daryl kept me alive for 2 or 3 years. I was up there trying to get my thing. I just have a nervous breakdown. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And I've been through that for my entire life, up and down, up and down. So Lake said, "Go home. You got to fix your life," and that's what I did. Eventually did that, and then
Yeah.
we had corrective surgery and moved up there and restarted my life. And Lake and Risa Speed took care of me. Right. Got me back on my feet and put those two little fuckers out of me. Well, my boyfriend beat the shit out of one of them.
good.
And beat the shit out of them and threatened their lives. But it was too late at that point. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what this is. That's what the 2020 piece was about. They had picked up the story off the Charlotte paper, and then from that point forward, everybody got it.
Oh.
And it was just crazy. Everybody got it. And of course, Bill France Jr. had a fucking heart attack. He had Bill France Jr. had a come apart because I was the little it girl running around in the garage area because I was doing artwork for the teams. They had the apparel.
Yeah.
I was over at the big red truck. Mike helped him give him back rubs. Hey girl, what's going on? So it rocked their world because they just didn't know what to do about it. They didn't know what to do about it.
I mean, that just, not to get off subject, but that makes me mad. You're still the same. I mean, you're their friend. Nothing.
And Humpy Wheeler, Humpy and them were having a meeting about a week after the story broke in Charlotte. And let me tell you, the walls collapsed in Charlotte when the story broke. I'm just letting you know. It was, people lost their freaking minds. It was crazy. I mean, it was crazy. So they were in a big meeting at Charlotte about stuff. And everybody, the bigwigs were around the table, and somebody smarted off, and Humpy stood up and said, "You know what? She's our friend. Y'all need to knock it off."
Yeah, you're no.
So he was like, before, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the guy that sexually assaulted and raped me in his room, I was trying to get him to finance my company. And he was Bruton's finance guy. He's the one who put all their deals together for him. And it was perfect for me with my little company. It was perfect. Anyway, he got me. So what I didn't know was, I didn't find out till, he did that to me in 95, actually November 95 in Atlanta. And I didn't find out until 2001 when George Magazine did a story about me.
Oh.
And Karen did it, she was on the record in the magazine, that the guy, his name was Bill Covington, that he had, until my story broke, broke in 98, he had been bragging and telling everybody at the Speedway I was his mistress. I had no idea. Except for the fact was, you raped me.
Oh my God.
Right? Now look, that's Bruton's right-hand financial guy. So this story was floating around Charlotte Motor Speedway, which meant it was floating around NASCAR, that I was sleeping around with Bill Covington.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
telling Roger when I went back and revised my book, we're going to release this summer.
Oh God, yes, I gotta read it.
I told Roger, I went back and wrote in it because I wrote in there, there's this line, I use it through the last 3 chapters of the book writing about this, that I said, something just ain't right. Something just ain't right. And then when I found out that Bill Covington had been saying that about me, I realized why Lake and Risa were pissed off at me about something. They were thinking I was being a fucking little whore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they were thinking. And when you walk into the Speedway Club and you're having lunch with Humpy, with Mr. Wheeler, everybody else that works there is looking around thinking, oh yeah, she's sleeping with him, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When none of that was true. I had a boyfriend, I was just trying to do my life, but I did not know that. And until Karen told the reporter that was doing the story, she said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got a hot story for you about Terry." And she told him my story. Well, he confronted me because he thought I had been lying to him about being assaulted by this guy.
Oh my God.
So it's one of those things. He's like, "Son of a bitch," you son of a bitch. You know, you assaulted and raped my ass up here. And now you bragged about it to all your buddies who I was seeing every day.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it. And then you knew something. And I always told Roger, I always have this intuition about something this ain't right. I'm always telling him, like, something ain't right about this, you know. And that's what I was feeling. Really, from that point forward, until I found out, I was like, something ain't right about this. So anyway, so I wrote about it all in the book.
I can't. I was gonna say, oh my God, I can't
It's
wait to
crazy.
read it.
It's crazy.
I'm just like, I'm flabbergasted.
I lived with Bianca Jagger for a while.
Oh.
Jagger's ex-wife, Bianca. I lived with, remember the Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat?
Mhm.
I lived with his niece out in L.A. While he was locked down in the compound, them trying to kill him, I was living with his niece in L.A. Dated a beach boy. So it's a good story. It's
Awesome.
crazy.
I can't wait to read it. Well, I just
Yeah.
feel like I'm so. Oh
I'll send it to you.
wow.
I got it. Yeah, I just sent it to.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've revised it and done it, but I put all my racing pictures, and I got 60 pages of racing pictures.
Oh my God. Well, I'm just like so excited. I just am like in awe. Wow.
You know, and the whole time I restarted my life, you know, everybody kept it quiet because they know, and they also knew they'd everybody seen what I'd gone through. And it's like, you gotta fix your freaking life. Get off the fence, you gotta fix your life. And so anyway, but when I moved back to Charlotte, you know, I became everybody's babysitter. I was Taylor Nicole. I babysit her at the racetrack. So when the story broke, everybody was just like, oh my God, she was babysitting my kid. You know, that's how they were thinking. It's like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. You know,
See, right.
you know, I mean, I went to the Billy Graham crusade with all of them. We sat there in the, I
Yeah.
remember sitting there, Coach Gibbs and everybody sitting there, and all the girls, Daryl's daughters and the Parsons daughters, they loved my hair, and they would all play. I was the pacifier at these damn events because they'd be in the back playing with my hair all the time. You know, they'd be like, you know, and it's like, leave her alone. I said, no, just let them do it. They're quiet. Leave them alone.
Yeah.
And so it was, you know, so I was just in the loop, you know. So, but it you know,
Oh my gosh. I
such
mean,
a great freaking story. I mean,
hell
honestly,
yeah. Why isn't it a movie?
Well, we're working on that. We're working on that. I've turned down some people, but we're working on that. And that's where George came in.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was to get back to racing, right? And I went back and I started my career, you know, run sprint cars and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, it hasn't been easy in it, but, so that's when I came up with the idea, you know what, we just need to do something that's cool, that counts, that we can help other girls.
Yeah.
Because I know what goes on behind the scenes. I know what the boys are saying in the locker room about the girls. I know
Yeah.
what they're saying.
Hey, we need to get her to talk Greg into letting you drive the extra 97 car.
I will that damn
There you
thing.
go.
I'll put
Oh
a
my
bumper
God,
down.
you should.
So anyway, but you know, I won 5 national championships, and I drove Mr. Dunleavy's car and cup. You know, I did all that stuff. And I just walked away
Wow.
with it. And the thing about it, when I quit, when I walked away from it, I had a deal. Actually, Lake was going to start a second team, and I was going to drive a second team, or he was going to retire and just let me drive his car. We were at that point, and, and the cool part about it was, my uncle was a well-known automotive executive, and he never really helped my ass do a damn thing, and he could have, you know. And but his name was Buddy Tankersley, and he was probably one of the top 3 well-known automotive executives in the world. He was Parts Plus.
Yeah.
He's the CEO over Parts Plus, the company that owned it. World Parts in Europe and everything. And so when people would find out that it was my uncle, you would see them sucking up to me. They would find out that, oh, Buddy Tankers is your uncle's, like, yeah. Oh, Benny Parsons could not kiss my ass enough. You know, because my Uncle Buddy hired him to do keynote speaking all the time, right? But he only spent
All
like,
their middle names was Hoover because they were all
they were doing, honestly. And so, but Lake and I kind of put a deal together. I had Valvoline, I had a friend at home. It's amazing how degrees of separation works.
Yeah.
I had a friend at home that I grew up with, and he was a damn crook. He's never made an honest dollar in his life, but everybody loved him. But his uncle was over director. His uncle was over director of national accounts for Valvoline, which means he gave out the money, right?
Yeah.
You know, he's the one who did all the sponsorships, no matter what it was, whether it was football, baseball, racing, whatever. His name was Bob Campbell. So he hooked me up with Bob Campbell, right?
Wow.
And so Valvoline had taken me under their arm, and they also figured out that my uncle was Buddy Tankersley, which meant they could sell oil to Parts Plus, and World Parts in Europe was the biggest parts distributor, right? So, you know, and Uncle Buddy said, if you bring me somebody that'll do business with me, I'll sponsor you, right? He would not give me money, and, you know. But, so we were working deals. Lake and I both were working deals. And we also had Daryl Jarrett was, you know, with working some stuff for him. You know, we were all kind of, you know, got called together in Parsons, you know. So we had a little deal with Valvoline, and they agreed that if they could put a distribution deal with my uncle, then they would sponsor my cup efforts, right?
Huh.
So that's where we were, and I had a nervous breakdown and walked away from it.
I mean, I guess you
That's
did.
when because here's the thing about it. The rumor about my life was out. Anyway, about when I was JT. My name was JT Hayes. So just James Terry. 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 So, so the rumors really from 1982, when I was just a kid, had gotten out in my hometown, right?
Oh, God.
And of course, I don't care if you come from here or wherever you come from. If it starts in your hometown, it's going to follow you. Especially something like this, you know, other racers and stuff. So I had thought that my entire career. You know, it's a damn miracle I ever had a career because of just the rumor.
Right.
You know, you get going in the rumor. So anyway, and I write about that in the book. You know, just that whole crazy stuff. So, you know, I was tired. You know, I was just like, and I told Lake, I said, you know what? Eventually, no matter how much we deny this, they're going to wear me out with it, and whoever else is attached to me is going to get worn out with it too. You know, and that was in the early '90s. You know, '94. You know, 1994, and I just said, you know, I got to go fix my life. And he said, you got to go fix your life. But yeah, the rumors would get, and I know that Mr. Dunleavy had heard them because I could tell. You know, from the time I started, the time I ended with him, I knew because the crew guys are just like. You know, you could just tell the dynamics of your relationship with him had changed. Not Mr. Dunleavy, because he didn't care.
But
he loved me, but you knew, you could just. I thought I told Rogers like something ain't right here. And in my sprint car racing career, you know, you'd start off with a team and kicking ass, winning races, and then little by little you could see the dynamics of the team change because somebody had heard the rumor, right? And, you know what I'm saying? And then the deal would break up. And you'd be like, you know, you'd always find, if you can drive a race car fast, you can usually find something to drive, but you eventually run out of the best shit to drive.
right. Yeah.
So you got to, so that was the whole thing, and that's why I told Lake, I said, you know what, you're going to get tangled up in this. Uncle Buddy's going to get tangled up in this because my Uncle Buddy knew all about it, you know. But that's one of the reasons he was always afraid to like spend money on me, you know.
Oh my
So
God.
anyway, but he had a degenerate son he'd send for me to look after when he'd get in trouble selling drugs back in Memphis. Hey, I'm seeing Jim out in California, hide him out, the drug dealers trying to kill him. Really?
Oh my God.
And I'd take care of him. He's, you know. So anyway, it's a pretty good story. Roger knows a little bit.
Yeah.
My daddy my daddy and Marty Robbins, the singer, were good friends. They raced together in Nashville. My daddy was kind of like the man, and he looked like Clint Eastwood. He was Pierce Brosnan, good looking.
Awesome.
So, but my daddy became an alcoholic, right? So that's in the story too. That love-hate thing that my dad and I had, you know. And when he wasn't drinking, he was the most loving, compassionate human being. But when he was drinking, he was horrible. You know, it was just one of those things. And so that's the whole story, you know.
Wow.
I was telling Roger, was talking about the treatment for the movie. And we've worked on this damn thing. Where you started, what you do with it. But the opening of the movie will be part of this TV show. Is where I'm walking down pit road in my driver uniform with a little bit of a little entourage with a reporter talking to me about me making my comeback, you know, da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I put my helmet on, get in the car, strap in, and the whole time the camera's like watching every little move because you're getting ready to do something really cool. And then as you get in the car, this is the opening of the movie, as you get in the car and they do, you know, crank your engine, start your engines, and you pull out on the racetrack, and you pull up onto the track, I pull my shield down, and it immediately fades back to 1982.
Oh.
Shit down. And it's a 100-mile-per-hour car chase with me and my daddy going through the streets of my hometown, him chasing me. That's where it opens. That's the
How
opening of the movie.
awesome is that?
Is that crazy?
That's awesomely
He
crazy.
was mad as hell. He was mad. He was trying to. My daddy had a tool and die machine shop, right? So I grew up in that world. And what I would do was everybody go home to have supper, right?
Uh-huh.
And Daddy would go back and work, right? And I would either go down to the machine shop and work on my race cars or work on them at the house and stuff. But in the meantime, I was going to Memphis to be a girl. I go to Memphis, and, which is 45 minutes away. So, where are you going to change clothes, right? So what I would do, I'd go back down to the machine shop, right? When Daddy's sleep, he'd go and sleep 30 minutes after he ate, right? Then he'd go back to work. So I would go down there and I'd go through the front door and I'd then go back to all the way to the back, open the big back door up. Then I go through and lock the front door and go back around, and it gave me a little, I knew that sometime I was going to get caught, but I'd get buffered, but there was a bathroom back there and I'd go get dressed up. And then, then I'd close the back door and then I'd be gone. Well, one night he came down there early, and now I'm back there in the back getting dressed. And it's like you hear somebody at the front door and you're like, you go out and go,
Yeah. We was
oh, shit. Oh, shit. Well, he knocks the window out and claws through because I had the door locked from inside. He couldn't get in. So in the meantime, I'm trying to grab all my shit, and I'm going through. Now you got to remember, there's a machine shop. It's a machine shop. I'm in a sundress and sandals, hauling ass through there. I got a Nissan pickup. I'm not in and I'm grabbing all my shit and I throw it in my pickup, and as I back out of the back, and I'm trying to get the hell out of there because I know. And I'm slinging gravel and I get out on the road. Next thing I know, my daddy's right behind me in the big ass Dodge van.
Oh my
It's like
gosh.
right on my ass. It's the road runner and the damn fox, coyote. So we take off with him right on my ass down the highway. 100 miles per hour. Oh my God. And then,
Wow.
And then as you start out of town, there's I know all the side roads, right? I know where all the shit is, because you've already been doing that stuff. Riding around drinking beer, one thing out on the back roads, right? So you're going down the highway. Honestly, 100 miles, as fast as my Nissan pickup will go, and he's right on my ass with that 440 down van that we haul the race car shit with. And he's drinking. I know he's drinking. And I got, I'm trying to get lipstick off my face. I'm trying to do all the kind of shit you can do. So as you start out of town, there's a crossroads there and a red light in the road. If you take the road to the right, you go out into the county, right?
Uh-huh.
And I just went, he will run over me down this highway and just wreck us both. You're thinking, oh shit, because I know him. I know what he would do, right? So we got to that intersection. I just geared that sumbitch down and and I just hooked her right off that damn road. I ran off the side of the road, through the ditch, up through the grass, and back on the road, and hauled ass out into the damn back roads. Well, he couldn't make a turn. He just went straight, right?
Oh.
So I escaped him, right? So that's the opening of the movie. And it's like, in the meantime, while I'm on the back roads, this is, by the time it's dark, and it's where I start to fade back into like the early years, about good times with my father. So the whole movie kind of moves that little thing back. Sometimes my father has a fade back,
Oh,
and we
wow.
do the whole thing. So you get to see the career, and you move forward and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's the opening.
Oh my God, how awesome.
Yeah.
I
So-
can't wait.
So it grabs you by the throat right off the bat.
Yeah.
Holy
It's
shit.
grabbing me now, and I haven't even, I'm like, wow.
It's crazy.
Dang, yeah, so I really got to do
Uh-huh.
this right, because that's
Isn't
amazing.
it? Yeah. So anyway, it's been a journey.
I bet.
It's and all through the 80s is my career, midgets and then sprint cars and then stock cars and back and forth. It was always a peak in value, so star-crossed,
Yeah.
really incredible stuff and then really horrible stuff, and I'd lived half my life as a girl and half my life as a boy. And I drove my parents crazy. Not only myself, but my parents, and of course around our hometown that was out, little small town in Mississippi. It was horrible.
I bet.
But I would always bounce back, And the thing about with my dad, they knew this, and we'd already been going through this, from the time I was a kid. We knew there was issues here, so everybody had that. But how do you deal with it?
Yeah.
Small town Mississippi, the 70s, the 80s. How do you deal with that?
Wow.
Some doctors weren't ready
Doctors
to deal
weren't.
with. And
They weren't being honest either. There's things you find out. You
Yeah.
go have a DNA test. Oh, my DNA's XX. I'm a girl. You already know it. You already look like a girl. You're not being. You never grow up to actually be a boy. You do
Right.
the best you can.
and they didn't figure out how old were you?
Oh, I was 21 or 2. Well, early on, we everybody knew I was, but nobody wanted to do it. Actually, the doctor who looked after me early on knew it. He just would not. And then you realize that, I'm just different. And you hide it. And you realize that when the other boys become boys, you don't. You
Right.
get teased in PE class, so you quit going to PE class, right?
Oh my word.
You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're a race car driver, so then you have, and that gives you some cover, because oh, you're a race car driver, cool. And I was good, and I was
Yeah.
tripping off the old block with my dad, because everybody loved my daddy. Everybody loved my daddy, So, so you do those things, but but life catches up to you.
Yeah.
Mother Nature will not be shadowed.
Yeah.
She's going to shine at some point.
To say the least, yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably gave you obviously a much different perspective. Are there other people in there? I know I'm making you get off subject, but that are hiding,
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
Because
Yes.
remember, Roger, when Matt Pattinson, he's just phenomenal. I love him. But remember, he was he worked, I think he still works at Charlotte. Matt Pattinson, he was an official, awesome guy. I know you've probably seen him. But they did a story about him being the first openly gay official.
Yeah, official, right.
So I wonder, are there that's so,
Yeah.
I actually know another person that has the same,
which is different. Yeah, but
not a race car driver, but
yeah. And it pisses me off, the treatment that you had to,
Yeah.
because let's just say you had decided to change your gender identity, okay,
Sure.
but particularly with a situation that was
Sure.
beyond your control.
I know.
Assholes,
They're assholes.
to say the least.
So that's, I'm not about that in the book.
Yeah. Oh, God, I
There's
can't wait to
always
read it.
Cool people too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Like the whole Parsons, and they're all great people. And Chocolate and Karen, Chocolate would kill somebody over me.
Yeah.
one of the funniest parts, I think, that I always used to enjoy was when she came up, and this was before and after Faith had her stroke. The two of them get together, and they could entertain themselves for hours.
We sit
Yeah.
We'd bitch and laugh. But anyway, it's one thing, and that's what in Lake Speed, Lake always knew something was off with me,
Uh-huh.
And but Lake really kind of saved my life. Actually, he's like, all right, go home and get this fixed. And the whole time I went through all that, I continued to race my midget and stuff.
Yeah.
It kept me sane. You gave me a spot,
Give it an anchor.
You gave me an anchor, and then actually the 3 days before I had my corrective surgery, I went to Colorado.
Uh-huh.
And I raced my midget in Memphis, an indoor race. It's like the Chili Bowl now.
Uh-huh.
They did them in Memphis, and I won, right? But the whole time, I knew where I was going the next morning. I was getting up and driving to Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And my daddy was nobody was speaking to me.
So did they not want you to do?
Well, my daddy
or-
wanted me to. He wanted me to be happy, but it's disruptive, right?
I can't
It's
imagine,
disruptive
yeah.
Because we've already, but this is who you are, right?
Mhm.
Everybody's already comfortable with you here, right? It's just people. That's how people are,
Right.
And even though, and by the way, all the the midget racers from my hometown. And then we had a guy that drove for us too, with my daddy. He's really the asshole of the movie. He's the fucking dickhead of the movie.
Uh-huh.
His name is Dwayne. But anyway, but we're all kind of tolerating each other as I'm like, because honestly, whenever I decided to do this, and it was a whole damn story too. It's a whole damn story about how I really forced everybody into it. Like, all right, because I've already been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. and finally I said, I'm doing it. And I just made them accept, all right, fuck you. I'm doing
Right.
it.
I have
I'm
to do,
doing this.
yeah.
And if Dwayne is not comfortable with me going to the racetrack as a girl, he can go fuck himself. And
Right.
He took that on, right? And Dwayne kind of got it. You know, he kind of like, okay, but you know, I think he had ulterior motives too. But you know, I think he was like just trying to, you know, well, first of all, he was driving my daddy's other midget, so he was
Yeah.
right. But there was something off that weekend too when we went to Memphis in it, because my daddy knew what was going to happen the next day, the next morning. But none of these other people, I mean, some of my daddy's friends who were older always went to the races with us. And they just wouldn't speak. They were just so pissed off at me about what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And look, I go to the racetrack, I just put my hair in a ponytail and put my driving suit on and went on. And, you know,
Yeah.
and everybody around the track knew what I was doing, right? You could just tell I was not trying to be a boy anymore. I just quit being a boy. Whenever I made the decision to do it, I just quit being a boy. That's it. And honestly, because I could go, I told Roger, I said I could race a sprint car at West Memphis against the Swindales and the Stenhouses on a Saturday night and kick their ass, and on Sunday get up and go to Memphis as a girl, and you would not even know who I was, other than the fact I just put lipstick on. It was honestly, because my body was female, I could just go. I mean, it was amazing. I could walk right by them at a restaurant or at the mall, they wouldn't even blink who I was.
Wow.
So it was that easy for me. So whenever I made a decision, I just quit. I just quit
Yeah.
doing the boy stuff, quit trying to be the boy stuff. Because you work at it, you know, you try to be tough or you try to walk.
Yeah.
So that was the easy part, but putting up with the people was the hard part.
Oh God, I can't
But,
imagine.
but won that race, and in the book and in the movie, there's a scene there where we do that. And after the main event, there's this guy that actually just passed away. His name is Sonny Ray, and he had a late model that he ran there in Memphis. But he was my buddy, and I just kicked everybody's ass in the midgets over there. I mean, I kicked their asses. I
You
mean,
looking at the screen?
Oh.
So anyway, I'm sitting there, and I know I'm getting it, probably maybe going to run my last race, right? I'm sitting there, and it's cold outside, and I'm actually shivering in my car. I'm sitting there waiting for the push truck to take me out.
That's crazy.
And this guy named Sonny Ray, and he's a little wiry redneck from Memphis. And he come by there, he walked right by me and just popped me on the helmet as he walked by and just did thumbs up and kept on walking. You know, that's because there was good people. You know,
Yeah.
but I remember I'm not sitting there like I'm shivering and I'm thinking about my life, like this is going to be maybe the last race of my life.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And he just popped me on the helmet and like brought me back to reality. And he just walked by and did a thumbs up. I don't remember that all the time. So
Oh
the
my
next race, I
gosh.
drove out of the arena and we pitted outside, and I drove up through there and it was cold outside. Actually, it's like it was like March 8th, so it's like coming up. So I drove up there, and by the time I got back up to our trailer, there was nobody up there but me because I drove out in a race car. And I got out of my car. That's a car right there. That's it.
That's crazy.
And which I built from the ground up. I built every piece of that car.
Wow.
And I got out of my car and I took my helmet off, and I was overwhelmed by the moment, and I went out behind the trailer and threw up and bawled like a baby, just laid there, because I thought that was my last race ever. You know, I thought that's it. And I asked myself, is this it? You know? And that's me like, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? It's
in
Knoxville,
Knoxville.
Iowa, yeah.
That's awesome. Oh
That's
my
cool.
gosh.
Yeah. So I did the Cannonball Run. Remember the Cannonball Run? That
Yeah.
was me and my girlfriend Amy that worked at the modeling agency up there. And I did it for Volkswagen. We parked the car in Rockefeller Center. Is that cool?
That's so
Yeah, Howard
awesome.
Stern.
Oh, I bet that was a trip.
gotta
Wow.
watch
Oh,
it.
I love that
That's
picture.
me. That's Roger Ridge at Knoxville. And I wear purple helmets. That's me driving Mr. Dunleavy's car. But I wear my daddy's race car color was purple, and
So pretty.
so I just started painting my helmets purple, and I started a foundation to stop bullying called the Purple Helmet Initiative.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I need it. Oh,
Domestic
look,
violence,
that
something.
probably sounds rude. I was gonna say I have to get a sticker to slap on our car.
Yeah, we'll get something made up.
That's
so anyway,
awesome.
This is kind of the whole thing, and
And I'm just gonna ask you this one question because I don't want to like sidetrack you, and you can just be like, shut up, because it might be a deep question. But do you ever miss JT? No, not at all. Like, there's nothing about him that you.
No.
I mean, I know you're still the same person,
yeah.
but you know what I mean.
Right, and look, and it's one of those things I had to, I needed to take, whenever I restarted my life in '94, I moved, honestly, I went and had surgery, and I moved home, stayed 2 weeks. It was bloody fucking hell in the town.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, in Lake and Risa, I was all, I was talking, they're the first ones who called me in Colorado. I woke up with flowers, and they were the ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Checking on me. They were actually in Atlanta getting ready to race, in Lake, so, but they said, get your butt up here. So I jumped in, I had a Miata, and I drove up there, and I had just enough money to put a deposit down on an apartment and maybe get the lights turned on. Right?
Oh, wow.
So got up there, and and we talked about it, and he like said, you just need to come up here. We'll start your life over. Nobody knows who you are. Nobody even. Daryl Waltrip was around me up there that whole weekend hearing me who I was.
Yeah.
And honestly, nothing. All I did was nothing. But nobody were looking for it. So I changed my last name legally to O'Connell, and which nobody would even know the Hayes name, right?
Yeah.
So I went home and packed my shit. And the guy that drove the bus for Brooks and Dunn was a friend of ours. We got a U-Haul trailer. He drove the van up, my mother and daddy's van, with all my shit on it. I'd already got me a house, rented part of a house. Threw my shit in the damn den. He showered and went back home because he had to take Brooks and Dunn on a damn trip.
Uh-huh.
And there I sat with all my shit in this damn apartment, And then
Wow.
Blake and Lisa came over and we got everything straightened out. And by the time I got everything done, got my phone hooked up, I had $200 left and no job,
Wow.
nothing. So I just put resumes in at all the department stores, and Dillard's gave me a job. And
Wow.
the rest is history. So my artistic talent, I've always been an artist. So
Uh-huh.
and it started to develop more because I was focusing on it. And I told Risa, I said, I got this idea, to do apparel for female race fans and kids.
Yeah.
I said, it used to be Disney store for motorsports. That was the whole thing. Because that was the whole time the Disney stores and all that stuff was real hot. And so I just started drawing stuff that was kind of cartoonish and fun and cute. And they had a friend of theirs. His name was Robin Hayes.
Oh,
No kid.
yeah.
And I had met Robin. I'd known him before. But he was a multi-millionaire. And he had just been elected to, he was a state congressman, but he was running for governor of North Carolina, right? So went down and met him. This is the whole thing where I went down and met him and made my presentation. Except for I've been working at Dillard's for like 6 months. Like, all right, I can't make a living in this. Plus you start becoming competitive again.
Right.
Right? Like
So-
back in the game. And so went down and, and of course she politicked him and Lake politicked him, and I showed him what I wanted to do. And what I was doing, I was just, we're going to do Disney store for auto racing for women and men, not men, and we're going to take the boxer shorts and put cartoon characters, racing characters. So that's how we got going. And he bought it. So I thought, okay, let's do it. But eventually he just stole the fucking company from me. Right. So that's long.
Golly.
So anyway, that's the long one. You'll read the book. So anyway, it's
Yeah, I'm
crazy.
excited to. But even on that end, there's nothing geared specifically towards women.
No.
Even when you go to say you go to Richmond for the race and you're going through the merchandise
Right.
haulers,
Right.
what is there for nothing?
And it's all kind of funky monkey stuff too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's what we did, and we're going to do that with our show stuff. Really cool, hip, groovy, but not overwhelming stuff.
Yeah.
I'll show you some of the stuff.
I love it. Oh my God.
So anyway,
Roger's like, shut up, Ashley.
We're ready for the next section.
So
this gives you what we're doing here, and do it. And
Oh my God, I love
Yeah,
it.
it's cool.
Oh my gosh, I'm like,
So anyway,
yeah.
So then I work for a modeling agency up there. Whenever the deal, it's just kind of crazy how my life has transitioned. It's like, holy crap. How this
Right.
happened?
What a wild ride.
You have no
Right.
idea.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
just
God.
the cliff
This
notes.
is stuff.
So,
Oh my
I'll
God.
be back.
Go ahead and practice.
okay. So I did the quick. All right.
Right.
Okay. There we go.
He's got that.
Okay. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon found. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy. Did I said it wrong?
Yeah, Junie Dunleavy.
Junie Dunleavy, who has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him, including Terry on the hot seat. She point blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars, and his words speak for themselves.
Read it like you want it. If you want to change any of that.
I think I got all over.
Yeah, just, I'm listening to it too.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, who has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him, including Terry on the hot seat. Am I saying something wrong?
No. Don't put me in there, because he says it on the thing. Would you put her back in your car?
Okay.
Right. Just take that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, who has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him. She point blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars, and his words speak for themselves. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy.
Yeah.
Dunleavy.
Yeah.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, who has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him. She point blank asked Terry. I slowed that down too much. I'm wondering. Okay, has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him. She's point blank. Hey Roger.
Read that to her. I gotta go pee.
I feel like I'm saying something wrong.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. We took that part out, but I feel like I'm saying something wrong. Like, since we took that out, who was waiting for him, she asked him. Should I say Perry asked him? Ah,
Yeah. However you need to change that around. That's the first time I heard that out loud. I don't know.
And you may want to, I don't know if you want to add this sound. Listen to this. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, and as we all know, has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him. And she point blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in the NASCAR's top series.
Right. Yeah. Put that up there. What you said right in there.
Team owner Junie Dunleavy,
As we well
who,
know.
by the way,
okay.
how's that sound?
Okay.
All right, how would you
Okay.
do that? Would you like do the by the way before who?
Who, by the way, has witnessed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, who, by the way, has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him, and she point blank at. See, am I missing? What am I
Yeah,
messing
that's
up?
confusing right there too. We need to get rid of something right there. I was thinking that's what I was thinking about.
I think is it me? I think it's
No.
me.
Maybe you just
All
need
right,
to
team owner
like
Jim
pause.
Dunleavy, who, by the way, has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him, and compete in America, let's see, who has witnessed the very best racers in
When
America.
she point blank, when she for him when
Hold on. I want to get this straight
Yeah.
through here. Then this will make it work. Who, by the way, has witnessed the very best racers in America competing and driving for him?
here, get rid of that. Compete and drive for him. Point blank, ask him. Right?
Okay.
Get rid of the she.
Okay.
Compete and drive for him.
Ah, okay. Point blank. Okay.
Asked him if Jerry had talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars, and his words spoke for themselves.
Okay.
What do you think? How does that sound to you?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think that.
All
Yeah.
right. We'll try that.
If you do it correctly, you will win a Danica Patrick shirt. I bought that for somebody
We'll take you to eat
cannot.
tacos.
We'll even
my
take
word.
that to a good Mexican restaurant.
That's so funny. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy, who, by the way, has witnessed the very best racers in America compete and drive for him, point blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's.
Hold on a second.
Yeah,
We need to do
why not?
something right here. Right here where it says blah, blah, blah. We got to put on the hot seat right in here someplace. Mr. Junior Dunleavy on the hot seat. Right there.
Okay.
Write it in there. Where you
Okay.
write it.
Hot. Okay. Well,
Right.
yeah.
You think?
I think so. Yeah. That's so funny. I think okay. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the
Yeah.
On the hot seat.
Yeah.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat, who has witnessed some of the very. And then we run into
Okay,
that.
hold on a second.
Yeah. Whoops.
Maybe we go back to where we were.
So
Right.
should we skip out or?
Junie Dunleavy,
All right.
comma, who has witnessed the very best racers in America. Get rid of this.
Okay.
And use that.
Okay.
Right? The very best racers in America
Put him on the hot seat.
on the hot seat.
Okay.
How about that?
Gotcha.
Moved her right there. You got it? You know what I'm saying? On the hot seat.
Point blank. Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see, let's see.
Hot seat and point blank.
All right. Team owner Jim Dunleavy, who has witnessed the very best racers in America.
We are
On the
so
hot seat.
funny.
Yeah.
All right, because you're gonna
Starting
go
to get the
front.
flow better.
You're gonna start going.
Okay.
Roger needs 2 pair of glasses. Watch it. Watch it.
I still got the other pair still in
Watch
my
it.
hand.
Watch it.
Let's see. Famed NASCAR team owner Junior Dunleavy.
We're saying like on the hot seat.
Are we going to skip this whole thing about he witnessed the very best racers in
Yeah,
America?
just get that out of there.
I was thinking about team owner Junior Dunleavy, who, by the way, has witnessed the very best racers in America on the hot seat.
Okay, I like that. I like that. That's good.
And point blank asked him if Terry.
Okay.
So you're going to go ahead and read all this and then skip from America and basically putting him on the hot seat.
Okay. Okay.
I put my little 3 cents in.
No, it's good.
It's awesome.
3 cents. Huh?
It's awesome. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat. Shit. On the hot seat. I'm going back.
Yeah.
The hot seat's going to come after.
This is what I'm gonna do real quick. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, you do it.
You want me to rewrite
Yeah,
it?
we've already got it convoluted over there. Yeah, just rewrite it right there.
Rewrite it. Well, I said a while ago, rewrite!
Rewrite. Rewrite.
Because we're doing, okay, Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat. And point blank asked him. That's right, because we
Yeah.
wanted to skip that whole damn thing. So that was my fault. My fault. Okay.
No, it's good. No, it's cool.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat and point blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars. And his words speak for themselves.
Perfect. I like that.
Do you like that?
That reads a lot damn better, and it got all the
Okay.
muck out of the
I don't know what I totally screwed. I don't know what I was trying to
Yeah,
do.
I like it better. And it was too wordy up in there, and he's going to say it anyway when you get over to the piece.
Okay.
We'll show you what he says.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Dunlap, he never got excited about anything.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR.
He's awful.
What? I'm going to make you wear this shirt if you don't straighten up.
Oh my gosh. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy in the hot seat. Shit. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy in the hot seat. She point-blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars. And his words speak for themselves. I gotta remember to drop down.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to
And
help
if
you
you get to a
here.
point in there that if you read the first part good and you got to read the second part of that, we can do that. No big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I feel like I'm honored now. Like I really got to do this good for you. I'm so excited.
We're honored that you're doing.
I feel like I'm in the
We've like, okay, we got to find somebody.
I'm like fangirling almost. Like I'm like, ah, right?
Finger, I like that.
I'm totally, yeah.
Was that the? Are we working? We're still working on the last set you sent, right?
Yeah, no, the first
How
set.
do you keep up with all this? Because
We're
I
still
would.
working on the first set. Well, the last set. Yeah, that's what we're working on. The 2020.
Oh, okay,
There you
awesome.
go. All right, scroll down. There you go, right there. All right, down to the purple. There you go. That's where she's at, right there. So you can change all that right there, Raj.
Oh, shoot, I got to copy this off. We're in the email.
Yeah, you gotta like send it back to yourself. You can do it. This is probably how we should have done to start with, where you can just look up there and read it.
Because I might be even like holding, with I got it in my face, I might be not,
Yeah.
projecting correctly or.
Get that on one page, right?
Why am I got 2 pages?
How'd you
here?
do that? Don't ask me. I don't know nothing about new technology.
I don't either. If I can turn my phone on, I feel like I've done something.
Can you read that? No. Can you keep up with it there?
Stand by. I don't want that.
And the second one is easier to do. It's like half as much stuff to do.
Cool.
And you've already practiced
We'll
anyway.
have to go.
You got it? Yes. All right, there you go, Raj. There you go.
No,
All right.
no.
Fix it.
No.
There you go.
Yeah, this will work.
Yeah. That's a lot better. There you go. You can get that other stuff out of there. Get rid of the hoop.
They wouldn't appreciate that.
I know. Get rid of the including Terry.
Oh, you don't want to be included as some of the very best racers in America?
It's
Tough shit. I'm leaving it in.
It's all about me. But I restarted my sprint car career, you know. Actually, it's a great story. This guy, who I didn't know shipped from Chinola, right, got a hold of me off my website and wanted me to come to Knoxville and drive his sprint cars.
Uh-huh.
It's like, who are you? I don't know who you are. So anyway, this went on for a while. So finally, I got him to send me some damn money to see if he's a damn real person. You know, he did. He sent me a damn $1,000 check. It's like, oh, okay. So anyway, long story short, ended up going up there. Come on up. I got a whole team. Blah 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 blah. Drive my car. Like, and by the way, going to Knoxville, Iowa to drive sprint cars, it's a risk. I mean, this is the baddest of the baddest of the baddest with the most. You know, this is like the World Outlaws don't even go in there.
Oh, wow.
They go in there and get their asses kicked. So it's like, I can do this. You know. Well, when I got up there, he put me up at a hotel at a casino up there. And Michael Annette,
Uh-huh.
well, his sister's best friends with this guy. So she's there. It's like, and I knew Emily. Like, oh, hey, Emily. So, but something was off with this guy. Something was like, something ain't right. Something ain't right with this guy. So anyway, we go to the races the next night, hang out, get to know the guy. Well, he ain't got no damn race team. Excuse my French. I'm saying it like this. He's got a pocket full of money, but he don't have any race team.
Oh my
So
God.
he and I go put a race team together. And so, and you know, okay, let's do it, you know. So little by little, you know, we're all over Wisconsin, we're buying shit. You know, we're out buying race car parts, right? I don't even have a place to stay. I'm staying here, there, you know, he's put me up. Finally, we rent this damn piece of shit house out in the damn county. You know, it's got a shop in it. And I spent a whole week just cleaning the damn shop out by myself in 110 degrees. Now I'm committed because I'm getting a chance. Well, he's autistic.
Oh.
He's highly functional, makes money, autistic.
Wow.
So we had some moments.
I bet.
And he drinks like a damn fish and he smokes pot. So I'm dealing with him and his damn fucked up buddies all the time, excuse my French, you know, trying to put this race team together. You know, we're buying sprint, you know. So anyway, we do this. And in the first year, Roger, it was just bloody. I wanted to quit every day. And I get so damn mad at him, I wanted to kill him. I mean, Roger, it's like, God almighty, you know,
Yeah.
crazy. But came to love him because he's on, and the whole time you had to be so damn pissed off at him. The next day it's like, all right, God put me here for a reason.
Right,
I'm
like I
figuring this
can't-
out. Scotty's fine. I just gotta figure it out, you know. So we went through all this shit. Roger came out with an ad. I mean, we did all this shit. So anyway, survived the first year. So then he wants to do it again. So we go up and put another deal together. So but this time we've all kind of settled in, you know. Like, okay.
They can stand each other.
Right. But yeah.
Because he's autistic. It's like, you know, well, nobody else could deal with him. You know, honestly, I mean, he had all kinds of buddies and friends, but nobody could deal with him. And but for some reason, I had a calming effect on him. And the damnest thing was, he'd get excited at like hot laps. You'd go out for practice, stuff, come in, he'd just be beside his damn self, and he'd be right up in my face as I'm getting out of the car. It's like, and of course, the crew guys, we had a couple of older guys and everything, and they're just like, oh, I don't have to put up with it. So and he'd drive them crazy too. He's over there trying to help me and stuff. So I get him and take him back to the trailer, and I just make him come back come here, Scott, come back here, you know. And I say, and he get back there, hey, can you go get me a Coke at the concession stand?
I was like,
Yeah, he'd take off. That's how we get rid of him. So I learned to deal with him. So anyway, long story short, his sister, come to find out, she's an actress, model, and singer, and worked with Moby and all them people. And so she came back, was wanting to film some stuff with us and do some stuff. It's like, okay, whatever. So we were sitting out, we were just hanging out in the pits at Knoxville between races, just hanging out thing. Scotty was off somewhere. She got me off to the side of the trailer. She said, "You know, you're the only person who can deal with him." It's like, well, thanks a lot.
right, like, girl, how to get bestowed this.
So we have a little teammate, RJ Johnson, who runs out there, and RJ's engine had gone to the motor shop, and the bill was supposed to have been $6,000 for the rebuild, right? When they got the bill back, it was $16,000. Well, and I had my mother up there. So Scotty is not fussing at RJ or the engine builder. He's on me about it. Because I'm his friend, right?
Yeah.
And I'm the one. So we're at the race car shop. And this is one night about 10 o'clock at night, and we're working, and we're tired and wore out. It's, trying to hurry. And Scotty is walking around this race car shop bitching and raising hell about this motor, about the bill.
Sounds like James.
Right. I mean, he's lost complete control. Look, he's like, Scotty, we're just all like, oh. And RJ's like over there, he didn't get the point. He don't even know what to do. He's 22 years old. He has no idea what to do. And RJ's daddy's hardcore. Oh, I can't deal with it. Look, he put a damn $50,000 motor in your car. You need to just kind of figure this out, right? And buy all your parts. So I'm looking at them like, all right. So finally, we've all had enough. And Scotty's done lost a little bit of control of himself. He's autistic. He's done got into that damn autistic,
Yeah.
And I kind of raised up and I said, all right, that's it. We've had enough of this shit. You need to take your ass outside and you need to walk around this shop till you calm your ass back down and come back in here. I mean, I was like yelling at him, like,
yeah,
we can't take this. And he just went outside. We walked out.
Okay.
And RJ looked at me like,
oh my God.
Where'd you come from?
Right, and he was gone for a while. It's like, oh shit, I need to go out here and look, see if we can.
That is funny.
Had the old piece of shit van he drove all the time too. So in a few minutes he come back in there, walking in there, and he's got half a foot too. He got part of his foot cut off when he's a kid. So
oh
he
my
only has half a
God.
foot, so his shoe flops on the end of it, right? I mean, he's got a great sense of humor about it. So he come back in there and he's like green. He's like, you want to go to Denny's and get some breakfast? Hell yeah! And RJ's like, oh my God, get him out of here. So he and I went off, but he never got over that damn bill. It still, to this day, drives him.
That's
crazy.
funny.
But it's always something.
So why did they overcharge by $10,000?
Because they had just a bunch of other shit had to be fixed for it.
Okay.
Like, the crankshaft was not what it
That's
needed
so
to be done.
funny.
So, but anyway, it's like, Scotty, do right? But I don't blame you. I've been pissed off too.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like James and Greg. Yeah, that sounds just, yeah.
Yeah. So,
So funny.
Yeah. So Scotty, and he owes me money. He still owes me money. Roger, I mean, honestly,
Oh
bounce
my
a damn
God.
check and send you shit. It's like, but he's got money.
About 2,500 or something.
Yeah, so she, you know, got money, but
Golly.
what are you gonna do,
Right.
right?
Send him an invoice, man.
Well,
He'll just pay it.
believe
Maybe he'll
me,
just
I
pay it and not
bust his
think
ass
about
every
it.
time I talk to him. It's like, hey, dude.
Yeah, like you gotta,
Yeah.
That's so
well,
funny.
Well, I have to take it out of savings. Well, like, yeah, well, go get it. You know,
Right, yeah, you're gonna have to.
What's that account number?
So funny.
Yeah. What is that? Roger, just give Roger the number. We'll get the money.
Yeah, we'll figure it out for you.
So anyway, but we, you know, Scotty Gap and
He'll
he's
just
got,
give me
you
the
know,
checking account
and
number
he's
and the
doing
routing number,
better
and I'll
too. You
do
know,
it.
he's getting a little older, but he's doing better, and you worry about him. You know.
Yeah. Because people will take advantage,
Well,
you know,
they
and
do. And that's what I told RJ now. I said, hey, you look, stop it. Quit, you know, quit working him. You know, because he had other people who worked him even more. You know.
Yeah.
And Emily Arnett kind of looks after him too. She kind of grabs him up. But he went through this whole stage drinking too damn much, and all, getting his ass in trouble, getting DUIs and all kinds of shit. First of all, he's autistic. And he drives pretty damn good, but he's in the garage door business. He's got this old piece of shit van. I'm talking about, it is a piece of shit. But that's what he works out of. And I would go with him to help him do stuff at times. Like, he wouldn't have a helper to help him, you know, put up a garage door. It's like, you don't have anybody to help you do that today? No, all right, I'll go with you, you know, and I just hand him, you know, but he, you know, he get mad and hit shit with a hammer. Like, motherfucker, like, Scotty, you need to calm your ass down and get this garage. You know, he needs that calming influence with him.
Yeah.
But I felt sorry for him because he couldn't, he just does the best he can do. He got an old piece of shit house trailer he lives in on his daddy's property, which has a big farm, and but that's all. Scotty that's what he needs. He don't need complicated things. So keep it simple and do. He's got him a couple of dogs now, which is very calming. You know, he needs that. And and he's just the softest, sweetest person you've ever met. But boy, he's autistic and he gets wound up. It's like, dude, duct tape is coming.
Oh my
You're in
gosh,
trouble. I
that
took
is
him around the racetrack out
hilarious.
there. He was screaming at me.
I think some of that tape I got.
Yeah, but he was screaming at me after damn qualifying up there that I was a piece of shit race car driver and couldn't do shit. And what he had seen on the screen was the cool down lap. He had not seen the qualifying lap, right? And I told him, I said, you know what? We're going to duct tape your ass to that pole out there for the rest of the night.
Right. Yeah.
Go
Looking at the
shut
wrong
up.
lap.
Like, and that's how you have to tell something.
That's funny.
You're not paying attention. Right.
Like you don't, yeah, it sounds like me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Duct taping your ass to that
Don't
pole.
get me
out there.
started. Don't get me
He's like,
Squalling about something that don't
I
even
still-
know what I'm squalling
I
about.
still laugh about the time when we were out at Richmond at the Denny Hamlin race, and you're up on top of the toolbox, and you were just so wound up. They actually go and they get the cameras on TV
oh my God.
and having her
That's funny.
up there,
All right.
all
it's time
just
to get
all
back to
wound
work.
up.
And I couldn't
We're
see.
bullshitting.
Oh, it's so fun. Oh my gosh.
So anyway, you get to be Scotty.
That is awesome. That is hilarious.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, you do have your clicker. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna let you try to read it since
Oh,
we've been goofing
okay.
for a little
Yeah.
bit. Get you back in the right frame of
So
mind.
funny.
Yeah.
As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat. And
No, see, Roger, we gotta get rid of that right there.
okay,
On the hot seat. And just get rid of that. Just get rid of all that in there. Get rid of on the hot, from Ann to Terry, just get rid of that.
Now, and she point blank asked him.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, just get rid of all that. There you go.
Okay. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat, and she point-blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars. And his words speak for themselves.
Hold on a second. Right here after race cars,
Mm-hmm.
let's put a little pause in there.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Go ahead and put that in there, Roger, where she can read it. Right there, cars
There's my
and
bells. There's my bells.
bottom line. Put a little ... in there where she'll know.
Boop.
There you go.
As we move forward in the profile, Award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat, and she point-blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars. And his words speak for themselves.
Perfect. Perfect. Record. Yeah. What do you think?
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet on the set! Characters, quit being a character.
Yep.
Are you done yet?
I'm good. I'm ready. As we move forward in the profile, award-winning ABC journalist Perry Phelps soon put famed NASCAR team owner Junie Dunleavy on the hot seat, and she point-blank asked him if Terry had the talent to race in NASCAR's top series, and if he would put her back in the seat of his race cars. And his words speak for themselves.
Perfect. Save. And one thing we can do when you're fitting that in there, Roger, I was thinking about this right here. Whenever we get ready to put it into the video, we might can just take this "and" out. His words speak for themselves, right? That's easy to do. Don't just shake your head.
I'm checking to make sure marbles are still in.
He had a full beard yesterday. He woke. I was on the couch last night, and he come through there. He was clean shaven. I went.
Who are you? What happened?
He said he got ice cream in his beard, and it made it.
It stiffened everything up and I just got tired of it.
Oh my
Okay,
word.
cool. All right,
For the funeral, I shaved down to where it was just this.
Right.
And so I said, okay, after that, I said, let it grow back. And then the other day I was trying to eat and just giving me grief with this Bell's palsy not making it any easier.
Right.
Right.
So I said, there you're gone.
Oh man! All right, pop the other up there. Let's see what the green part. No, you did. That was good. It read fine once we kind of worked that out. 'Cause that was the harder one to get to read right. All right, there's the green one. You're almost done with that part.
As prolific and successful.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
As a prolific.
Of course, I got to screw one up. More anyway.
At least once.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
As a prolific and successful driver, Terry O'Connell has amassed over 500 victories and 5 national championships, along with making it the pinnacle.
Making it to the.
Making it to the.
Put that in there, Raj.
Okay.
And along with making it in the pinnacle of motorsports.
No, making it to the. There you go.
As a prolific and successful driver, Terry O'Connell has amassed over 500 victories and 5 national championships, along with making it the. As a prolific and successful driver, Terry O'Connell has amassed over 500 victories and 5 national championships, along with making it to the pinnacle of motorsports in NASCAR's Cup Series, and now she's in the midst of an extraordinary and challenging comeback, all the while proving once again she is the benchmark racer, a time's-up badass that's willing to take on the world, and this time she doesn't have to race with one hand tied behind her back.
Yeah. You got it? Yeah.
Okay. You said the instead of a.
Ah,
It's all
crap.
right, though.
Okay.
It's all right.
Okay.
Are you ready to go live?
You want to read it through one more time?
Yeah, let me do it one more time. As a prolific and successful driver, Terry O'Connell has amassed over 500 victories and 5 national championships, along with making it to the pinnacle of motorsports in NASCAR's Cup Series. And now she's in the midst of an extraordinary and challenging comeback, all the while proving once again she is a benchmark racer, a time's-up badass that's willing to take on the world. And this time, she doesn't have to race with one hand tied behind her back.
I knew I should have hit start recording.
Perfect. Perfect.
Woo!
All right, that was good.
I stiffened up because I was like, I'm gonna do it
That was
right.
good. See, I had to get up and walk around this thing.
Okay.
All right, record.
Quiet on the set.
All right,
That means you, Terry.
I got it. I'm there.
She ain't shut up yet. Don't spit either. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Freddie.
You sure?
I'm ready. As a prolific and successful driver, Terry O'Connell has amassed over 500 victories and 5 national championships, along with making it to the pinnacle of motorsports in NASCAR's Cup Series, and now she's in the midst of an extraordinary and challenging comeback, all the while proving once again she is a benchmark racer, a time's-up badass, willing to take on the world, and this time she doesn't have to race with one hand tied behind her back. I think that was probably like my best
That's
one.
good. You did good. See, you're starting to get in the rhythm now. You're getting it. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. Good deal, Lucille. And now, that's right, the final part of that. This is so much down better.
This is fun. This is so much fun.
Yep. Hey, I already see lots of shit you're going to do on the show. I can already see it.
I like to think like, you probably said like, I'm a ding dong. Like I totally admit I'm like and it's natural, but
Yep.
I don't know, like I'm kind of cool.
No, you're cool.
If you can mix
do that
like
on the show. No,
a
you're
dumbass and a cool person,
Right.
and they come together, that's
Right.
me.
That's it. I love it.
Like,
You're real. You're real, honey. Real. You are real.
that's so funny.
I know it.
Coming this fall, Terry O'Connell, starring in Dangerous Curves XX24, invitation.
What you guys.
My immaturity showed for a second.
It's okay.
Because I'm like XX.
I know.
Anywho, okay,
Triple X.
moving on. Coming this fall, Terry O'Connell, starring in Dangerous Curves XX24, Invitation to Drive, where danger comes to play, where the world's best female racers come to be challenged, where Terry O'Connell steps forward in dramatic fashion and gets back on track with the most compelling TV series in America.
He messed you up.
Like,
didn't
where did
he?
it go?
He moved all the words. It's like, oh my God.
I put a space where space was supposed to
I'm
be.
seeing shit.
Just keep going. Keep going.
Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement where courage never ever eludes. Ooh, I messed myself up there. Okay.
No, it's okay. You could read that last line slower.
Yeah, I'm getting excited
Yeah.
again. Coming this fall, Terry O'Connell, starring in Dangerous Curves XX24, Invitation to Drive, where danger comes to play, where the world's best female racers come to be challenged, where Terry O'Connell steps forward in dramatic fashion and gets back on track with the most compelling TV series in America. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement where courage never ever eludes.
Cool. Now, when you go back to read that last line,
I read it too pausing.
well, just take a little time before you get there because we're gonna fit that in as
Oh,
a separate little piece.
that's right. That's why it's down. Okay.
Yeah, just take a
Okay.
little breath and then you can move down there and get it.
I'm there.
But you read it perfectly. It was great. It was great.
Coming this fall, Terry O'Connell, starring in Dangerous Curves XX24, Invitation to Drive, where danger comes to play, where the world's best female racers come to be challenged, where Terry O'Connell steps forward in dramatic fashion and gets back on the track with the most compelling TV series in America. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement where courage never, ever eludes. Ah.
All right, save that, Raj. I want her to read that last line over again, but go ahead and save it. And what I want you to do, excuse me, is with like Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Really just go. Dangerous Curves is more than a race.
Okay.
right? Because that'll be the last line of the video.
Okay.
Dangerous Curves is more
Think
than a
of-
race.
I'm
Are
getting
you
more
ready to
aggressive.
rumble?
Yeah, I'm getting more and
Yeah.
more. Yeah, I'm
We're gonna
more
finish with a
assertive.
crescendo, like,
Okay. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement. A movement where courage never, ever eludes. Was that better? Was that more like assertive? Okay.
that's great.
Okay, good.
That's great. Say it. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Where's Chuck Hall? Get him in here. Put a wig on his head.
That's so
Oh my
funny.
God, I know it. It's pretty funny. All right, cool. We got that.
Awesome.
Cool. All right, throw that one away. Give us that.
Okay.
Take it home with you. You have it. There's the next one.
Oh no, I can't. It's top secret.
It's top secret. Right, we'll have to shoot you.
That was a
We'll
test.
put the Russians on you.
Right? Yeah.
Take you out.
Sick the
I
yeah.
have
Sick the
Russians.
Russians on me.
I have Russians.
I have
Yeah.
Russians.
Ask her.
He
Don't
does. I met this Russian guy, this bodyguard in LA. I got to where these producers took me out to LA, right? And then I went out there and stayed forever, right? But there was this coffee shop. It's a cul-de-sac in Beverly Hills, and it's at the top of Mulholland Drive. But you never know.
Oh.
It's never. You don't even know it's there. And it's where all the stars go to hang out.
Uh-huh.
And it's like a little strip mall, but it's just stuck over in here like that, and it's got a liquor store and a Jewish grocery store, Chinese restaurant, Italian restaurant, Starbucks, where we all hung out, and a Jewish deli, just a deli, but a Jewish deli, and then hair salons and all that kind of stuff is in there. A couple clothing stores, a bank.
Oh, I bet that's
This is where
neat.
and there's the little office. So anyway, everybody hangs out up there. So what was I saying? I lost my thought.
The Russian guy.
Oh, Russian guy. Russian guy. So I have a friend named Gil Toff, and he's kind of the mayor. He's kind of the mayor of the place. But anyway, but everybody goes up there and hangs out. Producers go up there and work at the Starbucks. I mean, everybody.
Oh, that's cool.
Everybody's up there. Stars come in there out of makeup. You don't know who they are. It's like, who's that? It's like, oh, that's Sharon Stone. I'm like, what? You know, you're like, honestly, they're all up there. But anyway, this guy named Vladimir, little bitty short guy, and Russian, and he was up there, and he thought I was it. He thought I was it, and he bought him a damn motorcycle, and he's a bodyguard. He worked for a lot of the stars and stuff.
so
He worked for
funny.
Hugh Hefner. He did a lot of bodyguard
Oh
stuff.
wow.
So anyway, Vladimir would bring his wife up there, right? And she's a beautiful little, Russian woman. And we'd go drink margaritas over here at the club and stuff. But he bought him a damn motorcycle. And it's like, and I told Gil, my friend, I said, that'll be the death of his ass. He will not survive this damn motorcycle in L.A. That will be it. So anyway, long story short, but I had a extra Simpson helmet. It was brand new out there, and it was in my car. And finally, I took it. I got out of the car because he didn't have a damn helmet. And I said, Vladimir, you can put this damn helmet on and wear it. You can just have the damn thing because I do not want to read about you and your new babies and your wife. And their whole family had moved over. It's like that whole thing.
Oh,
A Russian
wow.
mob had moved to L.A. They were there. So anyway, and I just gave him the damn helmet. It's like, you just keep it. Well, that made him even love me more. So he invited me over to his daughter's birthday party, right? So I go, and get over there, and they live in this apartment complex, and they had like 4 or 5 apartments. It was the whole family, right? So I walk in, and it's this big old huge oak table, and it's just food and vodka everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
And on the big screen was Russian videos playing. So Vladimir, but anyway, Vladimir will get us into
That
all the
is
parties and
funny.
all that. We get to go, we get to gift bags, all that kind of shit.
Oh yeah.
It's cool. So, but Vladimir, but it's Russian mob. So you are.
That's crazy.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
All right, this is the one. This is the video. This is the trailer for the TV show.
Okay.
And this is the one that George is working on. He will fit this in. So,
Okay.
You can read it.
The Time's Up movement is in. Oh, no, I want to do that more. assertive-y.
Yeah. You just read it through one time and then we go back and do it.
The Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. This is the time for women to shine and confront the dangerous curves, no matter where they stand. Amazing women from around the world are stepping forward in dramatic and courageous fashion, taking control of their lives, claiming their rightful destinies, and commanding respect. They are focused, committed, and undaunted in taking their rightful places on the world stage. Now is the time for women to prove they have what it takes to thrive, to truly own the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You got it. So you can do the Time's Up movement. Just put some real drama
More like,
into it.
okay.
So
The Time's Up movement is in full swing. I don't think I did that. I still don't. Okay.
do it a little.
Or the Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. Was that better?
Perfect. I like
Okay.
that. I like it.
I didn't like.
No.
And that sounded like a question.
More question. Okay.
No, it sounded like a
Sounded like a question. I need
Time's
to be
Up
more
movement?
Yeah.
assertive.
The Time's Up movement is in full swing.
You want to
and
drop
it's
the
moving
mint
fast.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The Time's Up movement. Good? Okay. The Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. This is the time for women to shine and confront the dangerous curves, no matter where they stand. Amazing women from all around the world are stepping forward in dramatic and courageous fashion, taking control of their lives, claiming their rightful destinies, and commanding respect. They are focused, committed, and undaunted in taking their rightful places on the world stage. Now is the time for women to prove they have what it takes to thrive, to truly own the moment. I gotta put that pause there.
Yeah, and what you do, you can take when you transition from here to here, take about a second,
Okay.
right? Because George will fit it in there, but
Okay.
it'll make him. It won't throw him off. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Just take about a second and take
And
about
then-
another second. When you move from each one, just take just a little. You
The
can just
last
take your
line.
breath.
Okay.
I added all. Now is the time for all women
Yeah.
to
Okay.
prove
Right.
they have what it takes.
You want some tea or a soda or something?
Oh, I got some, baby.
Okay. I'm gonna go get me a soda while you read that.
Give me a
Okay.
tea out of the thing while you're out there too,
Okay.
please.
The Time's Up
Oh,
movement.
Redo it.
Oh, boop, 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 boop.
Ready?
The Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. This is the time for women to shine and confront the dangerous curves, no matter where they stand. Amazing women from around the world are stepping forward in dramatic and courageous fashion, taking control of their lives, claiming their rightful destinies, and commanding respect. They are focused, committed, and undaunted in taking their rightful places on the world stage. Now is the time for all women to prove they have what it takes to thrive, to truly own the moment. I don't like that.
Huh?
Let me do that one again,
Okay.
because I screwed that up. I know where I screwed it up at.
That's not tea.
I didn't see any tea out there. Where would it be? Drink this. Be nice to me. Don't be mean.
So
There's going to be
funny.
a snake in your bed. Oh, let's see.
So what are you doing there? Did you get stumped?
Well, I didn't like it. Like I
Yeah.
feel like I paused too long on one spot, and then I don't know. I just didn't. Yeah, I went up in a place where I shouldn't have went up,
Right.
and just yeah.
All right. You,
Sorry,
We'll read this
I had
to
a
you.
belch stuck.
It's all right. You just read it to you, get it like you want it, and we'll just delete and go and do it. So,
Okay. The Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. This is a time for women to shine and confront the dangerous curves, no matter where they stand. Amazing women from around the world are stepping forward in dramatic and courageous fashion, taking control of their lives, claiming their rightful destinies, and commanding respect. They are focused, committed, and undaunted in taking their rightful places on the world stage. Now is the time for all women to prove they have what it takes to thrive, to truly own the moment. I didn't pause. I did pause. Okay.
Remember,
We need
this
it.
is what's going to get their attention right off the bat. George told me that, by the way. Remember, Terry, because he's the one who put this in there.
Okay.
He's the one who wrote that in there. That was the only thing he changed about what we did.
Gotcha.
Quiet on the set. Terry.
The Time's Up movement is in full swing, and it's moving fast. This is a time for women to shine and confront the dangerous curves, no matter where they stand. Amazing women from around the world are stepping forward in dramatic and courageous fashion, taking control of their lives, claiming their rightful destinies, and commanding respect. They are focused, committed, and undaunted in taking their rightful places on the world stage. Now is the time for all women to prove they have what it takes to thrive, to truly own the moment. You like that? High
Yeah.
five on that? Okay.
I like it.
Ooh, yes.
You got this area here correct.
Okay. Do I do it again?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
No,
You
it's
got
all
it.
right.
You got it right.
You got it right.
Okay,
No,
okay.
you got it right.
You were throwing a pause when there wasn't a pause.
Right.
Right.
And then I was pitching to where I didn't need to be dramatic at.
You know what? And I like the way you're reading it too. I like your voice in this because I don't want it. The whole thing. We've made a decision. Girls, 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 girls. You know, even Nikki, who's working with us as sales, we had that conversation today. We really want a feminine approach to this,
Yeah.
right? You know, strong, but because this is what's going to sell it. This is what's going to get the sponsors really dialed in. Because look, everybody is very aware of what's going on out there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They've cut some people loose that didn't support it. You see, so cool. All right.
Sweet. And Dangerous Curves XX24, the ultimate test in tenacity and challenge, is at the forefront of this amazing movement. In fact, with dramatic and iconic racer Terry O'Connell at the helm, Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can not only compete and challenge men equally in the world's most macho and male-centered arenas, but win, and do so by using their talents, character, and perseverance, not by having to wear a sexy dress or nothing at all.
All right, right here too.
I feel like I got mouthy. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I missed a pause. I see it.
It's all right. And right here too. Read from here to here. From right here to here. I want to hear that.
Okay. Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can. Okay.
All right. Read it and see what y'all think.
Okay.
Because this is the first time I've heard it out loud. Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment. Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, something like that. Really do that right there.
Okay.
Take a
Gotcha.
look. Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, comma,
Okay.
focused on proving women. Now we
Women with
read it and see.
talent.
We may have to change that a little bit.
I see what. Okay. I think I see what you're. Okay. Okay.
And also, dynamic, not dramatic.
Yeah,
Ah, gotcha.
it's all right. It's all right. We got
Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can not only compete and challenge men equally in the world's most macho and male-centered arenas, but win, and do so by using their talents, character, and perseverance, not by having to wear a sexy dress or nothing at all.
it. All right, Raj. What do you think?
What I do?
Is there something in there that we need to? Because the thing about it, that's a lot.
The Dangerous Curves XX24, the ultimate test in tenacity and challenge, is at the forefront of this amazing movement. pause after front.
Yeah.
This amazing movement. In fact, with dynamic and iconic racer Terry O'Connell at the helm, Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can not only compete and challenge men equally in the world's most macho and male-centered arenas, but win, and do so by using their talents, character, and perseverance, not by having to wear a sexy-ass dress or nothing at all.
That's right. That's right. I'm just saying.
I think we should throw that in there.
Great.
Just for
We'll
the-
read it the second
Okay.
time. Let me ask you a question right here too. That's right. See, that's what we love about him. Sexy ass dress.
There you go.
Sexy ass dress. Motherfucking sexy ass dress.
Yes.
Where's the wine, baby?
It's at the house with the
All right,
champagne.
let me ask you a question here. This is coming from you. As you
Okay.
read it. Right here, would it be better if we just put a hyphen and a hyphen with talent, hyphen, courage, and commitment? Is a comma not slow you down enough?
I just need to slow myself down because I think I know it's like dot dot, not pause pause.
Right.
So yeah,
Like something
Okay.
like that.
There we
Just
go.
to give you mentally a spot.
like whoa. Okay.
with women with talent, courage, and commitment. Can
Okay.
not only compete and challenge men equally in the world. See, that'll help you out right there, I think.
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud.
Gotcha. Okay. And Dangerous Curves XX24, the ultimate test in tenacity and challenge, is at the forefront of this amazing movement. In fact, with dynamic and iconic racer Terry O'Connell at the helm, Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can not only compete and challenge men equally in the world's most macho and male-centered arenas, but win, and do so by using their talents, character, and perseverance, not by having to wear a sexy-ass dress or nothing at all.
I like it. I like it.
George will go ballistic.
Or
He'll
butt
love it.
fucking naked.
Hey, make it. Thank you. I love it.
Or
I love it.
be a butt-ass naked.
George has a great sense of humor. He will totally get that. George, he'll say, "Hey."
That's so funny. Okay.
No, I like it. You read it. Your inflections were perfect on that, by the way.
Awesome.
You did good.
Okay.
Quiet on the set.
And Dangerous Curves XX24, the ultimate test in tenacity and challenge, is at the forefront of this. Shit.
It's all right.
Sorry.
No, start over. Just go over.
Keep going. Just restart.
Okay.
Go.
And Dangerous Curves XX24, the ultimate test in tenacity and challenge, is at the forefront of this amazing movement. In fact, with dynamic and iconic racer Terry O'Connell at the helm, Dangerous Curves is leading the charge, focused on proving women with talent, courage, and commitment can not only compete and challenge men equally in the world's most macho and male-centered arenas, but win, and do so by using their talents, character, and perseverance, not by having to wear a sexy-ass dress or nothing at all. I started to panic because I thought I was flubbing up for a minute. I was like, blah, 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 blah. I got all tight and was coming out of my
It's
chair.
amazing how you can get lost. You can get lost up in there when you're doing it. I know it's like,
Right.
oh, get lost up in there.
Holy moly.
I know. Holy moly. Holy moly. That's a t-shirt. Holy moly.
There we go.
Don't be mean.
No, I just
Don't
thought of a
be mean.
fabulous t-shirt. And it would be only like people, your inside people.
Sure.
We should get a t-shirt. It just says some may write with this.
Something ain't right.
Some may write.
Something ain't right.
And it could start a thing. It's a thing.
I
Some
like
may
it.
write.
That's a great idea.
It's a
You picked
movement.
right up on that. That's cool. I like it. Something ain't
Yeah.
right.
Some may write.
That's right. Instead of saying that boy ain't right. Something
Right.
ain't right.
Some may write.
How would you say it if you was in Mississippi?
Some may write.
Something ain't right, man.
Some, yes,
Something
I just
right.
be S-U-M.
Right.
Some may write.
How would Bill Clinton say that? Damn, that was great.
Right?
Hillary, come here, look at that.
Oh my God.
I used to do that. I'd be sitting at the coffee shop in LA, you know. I can do Bill Clinton pretty good. And if I get a couple of glasses of wine in me, I can really do it. But I would be sitting there, and Gil would get me.
Yes.
Yeah, and Gil.
Something right.
Something right. It's perfect. And Gil would get me tickled and get me on it. And next thing I know, there'd be like 10 people around laughing their ass off as I'm like doing Bill Clinton. It's crazy. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. That's so unfair. I didn't do that. Ken Starr's being mean to me.
Oh my
He's costing me
God.
money.
That is perfect.
I know it. Don't I get tickled when I do it.
That is hilarious.
The paparazzi guys, they wouldn't let them come up there and film it, but they'd come up there and hang out. And they'd be hanging around just going, "You're nuts." They're
That
just
is
like,
funny.
so funny. And I'd see them out someplace, and they'd come over and buy me a beer or something. Here. You made our day. It's like, oh my God. You should go on tour. It's like, oh no, I do not want that.
I'm done touring. Thank you.
I'm not doing it.
That's so funny.
Especially when all my girlfriends would get a little tore up, you know. And I get the $2 bill. It's like, oh, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, one more margarita. Do it.
Yeah,
Buy me,
okay.
buy me a drink.
So
But yeah, we gotta think of a way to make that like, yeah.
Something right.
Something right.
Oh yeah,
That's
totally.
so funny.
I love it. All right, we're making progress here. So okay, so here you go. This is a
here we
easy
are.
one.
When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not courage elude. They will stand tall. They will thrive, and they will win.
Yeah, women will not let courage elude.
Women will not. Oh, how did I? Okay. When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall. They will thrive, and they will win.
Yeah, do that. And they will
And
win.
They.
Will
Okay, and
win.
they.
Right.
will win.
You got it.
When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, when dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall. They will thrive, and they will win. No, I still didn't.
And they,
Right here
And
too.
they
Right here
will
too.
will win. I
What we
need
want to
to-
do here is
let's take out this hyphen here.
yeah, take that out. Just they will win. Yeah. And right here on this right here, we really want this to be commanding.
Okay.
Actually, the whole thing, this is all commanding, but when dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude.
Okay.
Women will not, do we need to make that
Be
like,
more like brr.
will
Okay.
not let courage
Because I'm
elude.
telling you a fact.
Right.
I'm not telling you. I'm
Right.
telling you a fact.
You know, as a female, fuck you,
Right.
right?
I love you.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall. They will thrive. And they will win.
Perfect.
Okay. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement meeting and all right, slow down, Ashley. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement meeting and embracing destiny, ready to take on the world.
There you go, Roger. Roger will help you out right
Okay.
there. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting and embracing destiny. Kind of break that up right there. I'm just, as you read that.
Oh yeah, because then I need to be.
Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting and embracing destiny. Maybe like put her a little thing in
Soften
there.
and start to soften a little bit and then get
Yeah.
excited. Okay.
Just give a little more pause in there, just a little more. So
Okay.
it's like putting a bumper to Lubno. Just spin him out. Be done with it.
Yes,
Park
God,
him.
I just fell even more
Park
in love
his
with
ass
her.
right over there. You're parked.
I'm gonna marry her. That just done it right in. That's it. I
We'll do it
love
on
you.
TV there.
I love
We'll do
you.
it on TV.
There we go.
And I can do the ceremony.
Yes.
There we go. Yes!
Yes.
Our Jedi preacher. Jedi preacher.
Jedi
We're
preacher.
doing it. Jedi, what the fuck?
I love it. Cool.
When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall. They will thrive. And they will win. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting, and embracing destiny, ready to take on the world.
Perfect.
Okay.
You just make it your own. I'm saying one thing that we want to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Put some hyphens around this right here, Roger. This one, to right there. Just to remind her.
To get back stern. Okay.
You know, women will not let courage elude. As I'm hearing you read it. When I wrote it, it's like,
Okay.
you know, in your head you say it, but the more you read it, I realize that is a really important line right there.
Okay.
That's a really important line.
Gotcha.
Let
Let me read it one more time.
Yeah.
When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged. When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall, they will thrive, and they will win. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting and embracing destiny, ready to take on the world. I need to make it more of a yeah.
This is how you're finishing.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to take on the
Okay,
world.
that's right. Is that gonna get okay? When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall, they will thrive, and they will win. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting, and embracing destiny, ready to take on the world.
Ready to take on the world.
Ready.
Right.
Will you highlight ready?
Yeah, highlight ready.
I'm trying
Because
to get over
that's your
it.
finishing. Actually, you can get ready is the dominant word right there.
Okay.
That's where you're going to have.
Ready.
That's where your strongest inflection. Ready to take on the world.
Okay.
You know, the rest of it
Ready.
is just a finish, but ready to take on the world.
Gotcha.
Got it.
I'm ready.
Got it.
I'm ready.
Damn right. Start this damn race.
When dangerous curves appear, when courage is challenged, women will not let courage elude. They will stand tall, they will thrive, and they will win. Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting, and embracing.
Just read that one line over.
Dangerous Curves is more than a race. Dangerous Curves is a movement, meeting and embracing destiny, ready to take on the world.
That's what we like about editing. We can take that right out of there.
It never happened.
We can say motherfucker. We can do all kinds of shit. And
Buck naked,
butt
whatever.
naked, sexy ass dress, all that kind of shit.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
You love my
funniest
girlfriends
people.
back home because they're badasses, you know. And we have one, and she didn't teach school. She did the testing in schools.
Uh-huh.
She's a Led Zeppelin freak. She's nuts, and she's married to a guy from Texas. But anyway, she loves to say motherfucker, and he hates it. He hates it. It makes him sit down, man. He can't stand it. And of course, when we get together,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's MF this, MF that, and he can just see him cringing over there, and she just does it to piss him off. And she's like this big around, you know.
It's like we'll all get on that motherfucker
Yeah.
train. Just to.
And when we go out partying and dancing, she dances from one side of the stage to the next. She's up and down the stage. It's the damn thing. Funny. She's like Mick Jagger going up and down through there.
That is so funny.
So you love him. All right, cool. So all right, this is the finish. What we'll do here, just read this part here, and don't worry about that right there. Then we'll worry about that.
Okay.
Right. Just read this part right here, and then we'll go back and
It'll be
we'll
two
read
different
that.
segments, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Dangerous Curves Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places. Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places. Coveted Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places on Terry O'Connell's historic team, dramatically earning the opportunity to race in the compelling 24 Hours of Daytona, all earning the opportunity to prove they are world-class racers and true, real-life, dangerous curves and heroes.
Sounds good.
Yeah? Awesome. Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places on Terry O'Connell's historic team, dramatically earning the opportunity to race in the compelling 24 Hours of Daytona, all earning the opportunity to prove they are world-class racers and true, real-life, dangerous curves and heroes. La la la.
Where am I? There I am. You ready to go?
Ready to go. Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places on Terry O'Connell's historic team, dramatically earning the opportunity to race the compelling Dangerous Curves XX24. 20 top female racers competing in a dramatic competition for 3 coveted places on Terry O'Connell's historic team, dramatically earning the opportunity to race in the compelling 24 Hours of Daytona, all earning the opportunity to prove they are world-class racers and true, real-life, dangerous curves and heroes. And I thought I was doing so good.
What?
Let's see, what is, oh, I don't have it. Yeah, I do. Dangerous Curves XX24. Invitation to drive, where danger comes to play and courage never eludes. Fall 2018.
We're having fun.
It is fun.
Good.
It is. It's super fun. I'm so glad you thought of me. Like, holy cow. Dangerous Curves XX24. Invitation to drive, where danger
Comes to play.
and I'm doing
Courage.
double emphasis
Never
on
eludes.
danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dangerous Curves XX24. Invitation to drive, where danger comes to play and courage never eludes. Fall 2018. Fall of 2018.
No, just take the of out of it.
Of? Okay. All right. Scratch.
Fall 2018.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound grammatically right.
How would
think
you
you
say
need-
it?
Coming in the fall?
I would say putting coming.
Coming fall to
Coming
Okay.
fall
Coming fall
of
2018.
2018.
Okay.
that was Nikki. Okay.
Is she watching my streaming?
No, she's having
All this
daughter
stuff?
issues. She wanted me to pump her daughter up. I said no problem. She'd had a moment with a horse today and scared her.
Aww.
Yeah, she's young. She's a little big thing. Girl, you own this horse. This horse belongs to you.
That's right. Make it your horse.
Got enough
That's
to
right.
think you can do it one time?
Let's go for it. Dangerous Curves XX24. Invitation to drive, where danger comes to play and courage never eludes. Coming fall of 2018. I said a word that wasn't even in there.
All right.
No, it's perfect.
Okay.
Look, I say words that ain't in there all the damn time. And it's like, you
Trust
know,
me, she says words all the time.
All
when
the damn
they
time.
Anything.
I'm from Mississippi, guys.
It's like I made up a fucking word that won't even.
I made up a fucking word. That's a t-shirt too. I made
Right.
up a fucking
I
word.
had a fucking word.
Like this day's look, like, go with it, darling. No, I like it.
Awesome.
Cool. We got this, baby. You did a great job.
Thanks. I'm so excited. I'm really excited and I'm just happy.
And what we're going to do a lot of just a little vignettes, right?
Yeah.
Little 30-second stuff. And one thing we could do with you is that we could have you kind of the girl on the street,
Fun.
right? Where you go and like, hey, what do you think about Dangerous Curves?
Yeah.
You know, like Jay Leno does, but only on a more serious thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
that's
more,
fun.
more, you know, like how they go, and just go around, like even Mr. Racetrack, go up to some, like today, the woman that comes by that helps Roger, that looked after Faith, how old is she?
In her
81 or
80s.
2?
In her 80s.
Well, she's a fucking badass.
Awesome.
Purple,
Peter.
pink hair, let me just tell you what. Drives an little sports car,
That's awesome.
cusses,
I love her
so I
already.
pitched her.
And Jewish.
And Jewish. I know. So anyway, but I told her about what because she's always interested in what we're doing. And I
Yeah.
finally told her this morning, and she said, I'm losing my breath. Oh my God, this is amazing. And let me tell you what she did. She said, do this for the girls. Do this for the women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing what we were talking about. Take your life back. Because she's of the generation that she didn't get to really take her life back.
Exactly.
So she gets it. It's in her. She was getting all pissed off about it today. Talking about, oh yeah, you gotta do it. So,
Yeah.
so you know, so it's cool. So I don't care. You know, there's going to be people who don't even know what the hell we're talking about. They're like, what? I don't get it. But 90% of the people, I don't care if it's a man or a woman, when you pitch them this, they go, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
It'll be cool. It'll be cool. And they don't even know. It's just like, you know, they don't
That's
even know the whole
awesome.
details to it. So, and I'll
I
shoot
wonder how. Yeah. See, now I have like itty bitty wheels, but then they start like
Sure.
doing little itty bitty
Sure.
turns. That's awesome.
So we'll do some stuff because we're going to. It's and especially like on the set. You'd be perfect on the show to just go hang out with the girls and talk to them.
Yeah.
While they're
Get them all stirred up.
get them started up, talk to them, encourage them. You know, you can be like
Right.
There's drama.
I think it'd be perfect
Yeah.
to do that.
Hold
That'd be
it.
fun.
I've been thinking about what we're
We'll
going to
get her a shirt.
Yeah.
Drama queen.
Right?
MF drama queen.
Right. Motherfucking sexy ass dress wearing drama queen.
Sexy ass.
You're like, something right with her dress.
That's a damn t-shirt. I'm just telling you, sexy ass dress is a t-shirt.
Sexy ass dress. This is my sexy ass dress.
This is my sexy ass dress.
And it's a t-shirt.
Right.
Right.
You ever seen a flying bird?
Huh.
I learned that in the 9th grade. Sorry.
That's awesome.
So no, you did good.
Thank you.
Because
Thank you.
What we're trying to do now, we're trying to, we know what we got this side, we're going to do. But I was told Roger, we had this one person, his niece.
Oh my God.
Hey. It's all right. Hair and makeup, darling.
That right?
Shading, lighting.
Because I
But,
need to.
um,
Yeah. I mean,
But we need somebody
And we
to
hope
do.
everybody enjoyed this.
Yes. Oh, it's perfect.
stop. You were not.
He was.
Certainly most was.
Oh my God. Were we in the world?
So what we can
I
do
did
about
not
you-
stream. This is just a
Right.
total